and Certified Black Party. They just followed us on Twitter. Follow back, youngin. So appreciate it. Shout out to you. Tasha said yes, it's gay.
Well, you know,
yes,
it's
that
funny.
Would be racist.
The recording messed up, so if you're watching live right now, you got to enjoy the dick storm. Our YouTube viewers, I'm sorry. Just ask your friends. I'm sure you'll hear about it.
Well, you just now hit record?
No, I did before, but it had an error.
I don't accept that.
We have to.
He was like,
I'm sorry.
We have to. Well,
Can't go back. All right. Is Walmart good for America?
All right, so I'm going to start by saying, growing up, not when I was like too little, probably, how old was I? Starting like after after 13 or whatever, I wasn't allowed to go to Walmart, and like if my mom had found out I'd been to Walmart, like I'd get like in trouble, like pretty much. Like
Why?
Like she's so like anti-Walmart that we weren't allowed to go to Walmart.
Did she give a reason?
Yeah, she watched some documentary on Netflix, I'm assuming, about just Walmart and how not, or how she thought it was like it was something she didn't like or approve of, so she just decided from then on that she's boycotting Walmart.
Okay,
and so we had to do the same.
So like when you were a rebellious teen, where you were like, I'm going into Walmart.
Not really, because we didn't really have a Walmart where we were from anyway. We
well,
did.
What a convenient rule.
We did. Like we did. It was like it wasn't in the same town, but it was like 20 minutes away.
Oh, okay. So you weren't gonna ride your bike there. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she saw a documentary and was basically like, "Don't go there." That's a strong opinion. Like telling your kids. You're raising your kids a certain way at that point. You're like, hey, don't go to this place. It's a big deal.
And did she explain to you why, or just said like don't go, or did she like tell you?
No, she told me some things from the. Well, I'm guessing some of the things we're going to be discussing.
Okay. Well, that's
okay. All right. Well, I would say there's some key factors to look at to see if Walmart is good for America. I would say, does it raise quality of life for Americans, the people that work for it, the people they affect? Does it environmentally? What impact does it have? Job creation versus unemployment that it may create, and that pursuit for low prices. That's a dangerous game, because like what are you willing to do to get low prices? And that doesn't necessarily have to hurt the environment. That could be just, are you paying lobbyists to create laws that aren't necessarily good for everyone? Are you expecting taxpayers to kind of subsidize and pay your workforce so they get paid more because of the government, not necessarily how you're paying them?
Yeah.
And then technically we're working for Walmart in a sense.
Right.
Did y'all have anything else on top of that? I think I got as far as the factors.
As far as like what would constitute for it being good, or
things
bad,
we would probably discuss. Yeah, is it good or bad?
Yeah, there's other things obviously that'll come up in conversation that I don't think necessarily answers those questions or what have you.
Okay.
That I wrote down here, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of Walmart at all.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, if anyone does a little research, they probably end up not being a big fan.
Well, now my mom was like, she was a big fan of Walmart. And I mean, of course, I doubt she sat down and got on, Google and looked up a bunch of shit about Walmart, but she's a big fan, and I don't blame her, because, the business model is fucking awesome.
Right.
She's a big fan that she can just walk into a Walmart, almost everything that you would need is going to be in there. So
convenience.
It's very simple.
Lazy Americans, that's perfect.
Right. Well, not even just lazy Americans, just, people that...
Well, the stereotype.
Just smart people in general. Like, think about it. That's a great business plan. You walk into a place and everything you need is there. That's very convenient, and you can go on about your day doing whatever the fuck you need to do.
Right.
So, in a society that has money, it might suck. And it's in a moneyless society, that's a fucking awesome plan. You walk in, you get your shit, you go. That's,
all in
awesome.
one place.
Right. And, she likes that fact, and I do not blame her for liking that fact. That's an awesome thing about Walmart.
Well, I mean, if you save time and the prices are lower, that's a big deal, especially for a family. I actually saw something where I got to see a store manager from Walmart discussing the illusion of low prices. He says based on competition and everything, he's like, Walmart can't have low price on every. It's just not feasible. It's not possible in a lot of ways. But he said the things you see, their tactics is what they call an opening price point, and that's the stuff in the aisle. That's the stuff on the end caps. He said that price you're not going to beat.
Right.
But odds are you're not going to want one of those items.
Right.
You're going to go see a $30 microwave and be like, that's a $30 microwave.
Yeah.
I could pay a little more and get something better. And he says once you think that, you're done. There's gonna be a competitor, odds are, that has it cheaper. And I don't know if that's the case, but that's coming straight from a former store manager. But of course he could be pissed off that he's a former store manager. But still, it's interesting. 'Cause, I mean, he doesn't gain anything from telling that to someone. I don't feel like he needed to lie.
Right.
Because, I mean, I've worked retail for a long time. We actually all have worked retail, and those are tricks I've heard of. So I wouldn't assume that Walmart's above doing the same thing.
Of course.
So that illusion of low prices, and that's every time I saw something, it was someone saying, well, they're low prices.
Yeah.
And they have quality stuff. And then the first thing I saw was someone saying, it's not always low prices.
It's not.
But
that's
no
marketing.
one knows that.
That's amazing
It's
marketing.
business. It's capitalism.
You know, and I mean, it's fucking, that's why they had the little commercials with the fucking smiley face with the fucking Zorro mask on, slashing prices with his fucking fake-ass sword and shit like that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and mind you, that was a long time ago, but it still resonates with me now that I remember that fucking commercial. They have amazing marketing.
Yeah.
It's just, to a certain degree, it's just bullshit. Like, I work retail right now, and I can go ahead and tell you, if there's anything at Walmart that we also have where I work, and you come in there and you say, well, Walmart has it for blah, 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 then we're going to match the fucking price. So it's not a low price situation in any retail store at all at this point. If any store, it doesn't matter what it is, any store has something and you go to another store and it's more expensive, mention that the store that has it cheaper and they will match the price. So price isn't a fucking issue at this point.
Right.
It's just a matter of just mentioning, hey, they're cheaper here.
Now, with that being said, I wanted to kind of mention Walmart. Do people feel forced to go there because of their low prices and their income bracket?
Do they feel forced or do they not know any better?
Okay. Maybe both.
I lean more towards not knowing any better because if they knew better, then they wouldn't feel forced.
Well, you just educated them.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Yeah, they would only be forced out of ignorance.
Okay.
Because they'd be like, well, that's the cheapest place, and I'm not looking around, and I'm not going to find out, so I have to go there. So I would agree they could feel forced to not.
With that being said, would you say lower income is forced to go to big box stores like that? Because of their lower prices.
Yeah, I wouldn't just only focus on low income. I would say anyone who's trying to save money.
Who's trying to save money.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to hint at, I think there is a group of people every week. Walmart's it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say low income, had a couple kids, maybe high school education. I have a feeling they're going to be at Walmart. What I saw, which was a video done by PBS. Because I typed in I put is W, and then the rest came up on Google. Is Walmart good for America? And I was like,
I saw that too. And typing in Google, it already came up.
And I was like, okay, so this is a subject to be concerned about.
They must have known that we were going to do a show on it, and everyone
we're
was
not
already
copying
searching
no.
for it.
No,
people must have been like, you know what, like these guys. Let's see what they're going to say. Oh, yeah, it's on Wednesday. Oh, man, we didn't find what we wanted. That must have been what happened.
Because it is. Exactly. That's how it's written.
That's how we do it.
By someone.
It was written. Oh, yeah, also shout out to James McInnes. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce your last name.
Hold.
For following and tweeting and whatnot, bro.
Do that again.
It wasn't on you, bro.
Oh, it wasn't on me?
I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter.
Shout out James McInnes. I believe that's how you pronounce your name, for following us and tweeting us and what have you. You the homie.
Yeah, James McInnes, thanks for watching. That's how you fucking say McInnes.
Yeah? Yo, he's going to be like, fuck you, bro.
That's he's probably like, no, not at all.
We're not watching.
No, not at all. It's actually McConus. or Bob or something weird.
It's
Anyways,
just
where
like
was
that.
I? I saw this thing PBS. Is Walmart good for America? This guy just went around talking with pretty much anyone, and he interviewed some people coming out of the store. And this one older lady collecting Social Security, she's like, they might as well just send my check here.
Yeah.
This is where I can afford stuff. This is what works, and she was happy about it.
She said they might as well just send my Social Security.
Yeah, she's like
check
direct deposit
to Walmart.
here. And I mean, if you look at Walmart, I mean, they're starting to have financial institutions. That may be the next step for them
I
to
would,
get.
I would say so. There's going to be a bank
So-
of Walmart.
I would dare to say there's
Bow.
maybe not terrifying. I would dare to say there is a group of people that feel, and like you said, they may just be ignorant, or not. When you say ignorant, not that you're stupid, but that
No,
you,
it just means
you
that
don't know.
Yeah,
something.
ignorant doesn't necessarily mean
right and
stupid. Per
I know,
se,
but a lot of people have to clarify that.
Well, they're being
There,
ignorant.
well, there we go. This is the definition.
Very nice.
We just said that.
So I would say there is a lot of people. They get their check from the government, welfare, whatnot. Go to Walmart, spend it every week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all the money
I
that's.
definitely
So-
agree.
If we're really a democracy, if we're really a republic or a capitalist, even, this company has worked so well and has maneuvered so well to a point to where these people have to go there, or they feel they do, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
We're talking communism. They get their money directly from the government,
Mm-hmm.
go to Walmart
Mm-hmm.
to get their supplies for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go anywhere else.
Right.
There's not a true free market system when you lay it out like that.
For the people that are doing that, there's a lot of people that don't.
That
though.
don't, yes, I completely agree.
And essentially, though, I see exactly where you're going with it.
Yeah,
and I
that's-
can agree to a certain extent, but at the same time, that's just a really good business plan. If we're talking about businesses, you know what I mean?
Right.
They found a way to make themselves so needed and so necessary that essentially people will spend all of their money with this company.
Right.
Which in a free market, and people that are cool with businesses and whatnot, that's the ideal business that you have to look towards the business model and say, fuck yeah, they did it right.
It's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's what
I
you-
mean, if
yeah,
you look at
that's-
Walmart, it's one of the most admired.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the early 2000s, they took information, they took barcode information, and they knew real time how sales were going and stuff like that. But no, that's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
Hold
Let's-
on,
let's go
put
ahead.
it up, put it
Yeah.
out here. That's ignorant.
Shout out to the homie Joe for that.
He just released a song today, by the way.
How did Michael Jackson just
Yeah.
release a song?
Justin Timberlake's on it. What do you mean, how?
How do you do it?
I'm pretty sure Biggie Smalls was like, what, 2
I'm pretty
albums
sure
after
he's
he
been
died?
reanimated by someone.
Wow, that's crazy. By the way, shout out Nino Bless. I believe he's tuned in right now. So shout out to the homie Nino.
Yeah.
Also, just so everybody knows, if they don't know, follow us at Odd Planet Now. If you have anything to say, comments, what have you. And also on Facebook.com/Odd Planet Now. Monitoring both those bitches. Alright, so let's continue with this Walmart fuck shit.
Well, when I was saying that, I was talking lower income, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously it's a big portion, but there's still other people that can go walk around and choose. So there's definitely free market. But I just kind of wanted to point out that champions of free market may have allowed a company, because I mean, is that a monopoly if you don't have a choice?
Well,
which is technically illegal.
yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I
You
would,
can always argue there's a choice.
Yeah, I would
which
say,
is what's protecting
right,
them.
which is Target. That's what Target is. Target's what's protecting Walmart.
Yeah.
Because if Target didn't,
Go out of business,
because
Target.
you can't fucking say Kmart anymore. Kmart's pretty much
Hey.
their blue light's getting really dim.
I go in there, and the cockroaches are very helpful.
a little more helpful than Walmart employees.
Just a little bit more.
A little more knowledgeable.
Little more
They
intelligent.
spend more time in the store and know things.
Wow.
Yeah, I I could
Walmart's not
probably
sponsoring
agree
us.
with that. But yeah, I would say Target is the only thing keeping Walmart from being completely called a monopoly. But when you do, and I did a little bit of math, and I'll get more into it later.
Good.
But when you look into some of the richest people of the world,
Yeah.
and what companies they work for, Walmart has about 5 or 6 people on that list top 500 richest humans in the world.
Now, is that the Walton family?
Yes.
Or is that, okay.
Walton family.
Is there any, I guess, well, he died like, what, 90s, same Walton that started the Five and Dime? What I'm trying to get at, is that just something within was there no one else? It was just all Waltons?
That was affiliated with Walmart that's on that list, yes.
Okay.
Now, granted, there might still be millionaires that are affiliated with Walmart that aren't on that list.
Sure.
But this is only just, like, pretty much just billionaires. And I believe the lowest paid on that list, I want to say, has, like, maybe 1 or 2 billion, something like that.
Oh, is that like the disabled?
Forbes top 500.
Is that the disabled child in the family?
It might have, but they weren't. No, because actually the lowest paid was about like 4 billion from the Walton family, but the highest paid were, and yet again, I'll give you those numbers in a little bit, but there's no one from Target on that list at all.
Right.
No one. So Target's not even, when you look at how much money the Walton family's making off of Walmart versus Target's nowhere near that at all.
I don't doubt that at
and
all.
it's fucking insane. So when you look at the numbers in that way, I would say yes, Walmart is definitely a monopoly. Does it look that way to the average person? No, and technically speaking, they are competition and people do shop at Target, so it's not a complete monopoly.
Right.
But that shit is
So like you said, there's a super off balance.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy off balance.
Now, a number I saw, this is from 2004, 100 million Americans go through Walmart every week.
Yeah?
1 out of 3.
100 million.
100 million.
Every week.
Nuts.
Every week.
Every week.
That's mind-blowing,
And
right?
imagine they all spend just at least $1.
Ugh.
Right. But you know they spend more.
Well, yeah, because whatever they bought broke and they have to go get another one. That's how that works.
That's insane. That's a lot of money right there.
I mean, you talk McDonald's, you talk fast food places and stuff where, I mean, you need food. I would argue maybe they have more, but
Well,
still.
granted, people go buy food at Walmart,
True,
too.
groceries and stuff, and then food up front.
Yet again, that's the thing. It's a one-stop shop. So
Yeah.
anything they need, for the most part, they can go get there. They found a way to be
And then
so needed and so necessary that people shop there all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
I
Goddamn
heard
time. It's
that
nuts.
number. I was just like,
And then most of them have
Yeah.
like fast food places inside them also.
Yeah,
They pay rent.
A lot of them have McDonald's and Subway.
Subway,
which
McDonald's, Subway.
and look at McDonald's and Subway. Both like the best. Well, not when I say the best, I mean best business plan, best business model for fast food chains. I mean they grow exponentially and they're very, very successful. And the other part about those business models too, McDonald's and Subway specifically, like anyone can work there. There's a very easy layout of, look, this is what you do. You come in, you do this, and you do it that way every single time. There's not too much, so anyone can work at these places.
yeah.
So that's, good news as far as some employment for people when we're talking about, jobs and whatnot.
Well, you got the hair salons, you got the portrait studios.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's mind-blowing.
They have glasses.
But, I mean, capitalism usually is go big or go home.
Yeah. They go big.
Yeah, super center.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're talking Target, too,
They got super targets.
they do.
But
Where are they? No, there's, it's funny I
I think
say
there's
that.
one in Buckhead.
Because where I'm possibly moving, there is one. And I was like,
Yeah? You can be shopping at that?
yeah,
There you go.
I need
Super targeted up, bro.
your more expensive groceries.
You're advocating Walmart right
well,
now.
not,
they're cheaper.
Not by choice. No, that's not. No, that's actually not the case. I would say Kroger and Target. If you're talking groceries, Kroger and Target and some of those big guys. There's one up north that starts with a W. Probably someone can help us out. But they all actually compete really heavy in that market and do a good job. I don't think Walmart has control over groceries.
Yeah.
You talking about that wool place?
Wellman's Woman. Well.
No, wrong.
I would say that they definitely are a huge contender, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Because obviously, yet again, people are already there to pick up other shit. And they're like, dude, let's just go ahead and get our fucking groceries. We're already here. And they have cheap prices. There's no downfall.
There's so many downfalls.
Except for all the death and everything.
And all the death. There's a big, batch of death that comes with a dozen eggs.
Right out of the...
Doesn't it?
Because they're already dead.
Fresh out of the death chicken.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay, so
cock.
Walmart, good for America. let's say, okay, we just talked about job creation.
Yeah.
They hire a crap ton of people, and there's a lot of them, and in different types of businesses, which is interesting that they're all one umbrella basically.
Right.
Are these good jobs?
In what sense?
How they're paid? Is there a retirement pension? Health care?
Yeah, they got healthcare.
Hours?
Well, kinda. they got hours. I believe, and I may be wrong, and
their healthcare is not good at all.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But and it's
minimum.
expensive. That's the thing though.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. So a lot of people that work there can't even afford the healthcare, which is fucking nuts.
Now, I had heard this. Yeah, well, that's probably on purpose. I had heard this.
It's got to be.
Definitely. I had heard Walmart, when they pay an employee, I couldn't find anything on it, and I can't remember where I heard it, but I heard their thought process on how they pay their people is, how can we get them to come back and spend here? Because they have to. I can't back that up, but if you look at their pay in that bracket, it would be smart for them to look at Walmart as the only option to purchase from.
I think it's exactly what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Which is, they're not familiar with things being... I mean, think about it. They spend more of their day at Walmart, not purchasing, but walking around and shopping. I mean, shit, like, I do that where I work right now. Like, sometimes I'll walk around and be like, oh, that might be cool to have. I never fucking buy anything, really, unless it's fucking water or some shit, which is overpriced, by the way.
That's another story.
Water should goddamn be free, and it is in the back, but it tastes like absolute shit. It tastes like shit water. It's like,
well, they put shit in it.
It tastes like shit.
That's
and
for
metal.
the poor people.
Like, it's fucking gross.
Yeah, they stir it in a big metal bin.
It's shit in a big metal bin. Just like force it into the pipeline.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Thanks.
Every sip.
Appreciate it. Company I work for that I hate. So anyway, yeah, that sucks. But I would dare to say that a lot of people, they spend a lot of their time kind of shopping around, and then whenever they're off, they spend their money there. And in documentary, which I'm sure we all watched, which is the high cost of low prices, which is.
I wish I could have.
You didn't watch that one?
I mean, literally today I had to drive 4 hours, and I watched one today.
Oh yeah?
Almost while driving.
Oh wow. Wow.
I had to listen to it.
Yo, shout out to the homie Isaac.
But that's why y'all are here.
Though. Shitwater happens, bro. Shit, you know more than anybody, man. You had to clean the toilets one time, bro. You know what the shit looks like. Shit sucks. It gets real out here.
You had to clean toilets, bro?
Yeah, man. He wasn't happy about it.
No one's happy about that.
There's actually a pretty funny picture I got on Instagram.
That's a shitty life.
Yeah, this dude put on like a warrior mask to go attack this
I
shit.
remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That situation sucked.
That's real life.
Yeah, man, it was rough.
That's what reality TV should be, right there.
That is what reality TV is. It's
a gas mask.
It's us constantly fighting the shit that they give us.
Wow. There we go.
That's exactly what.
Did you hear that,
TV
Kim Kardashian?
Is. Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Take that from Odd Planet.
Kim West.
There it is. Desperado.
No.
See what I did?
Yeah,
Kim West. Yeah. Little Will Smith pun thrown in there for you. Dudes.
I like that.
Appreciate it. Yeah, anyway, so Walmart sucks.
Okay, so the jobs they create, I would dare to say, aren't quality of life jobs.
Right.
So Americans that end up having to work there, because maybe that's the only place in town to work, or whatever, or it's an easy job to get, like you said. There's a lot of people like, I have to go here.
Right.
So I would say that's almost, even though they have a job, and maybe they're eating, I don't see them going above and beyond that.
Right.
So I would dare to say, even if they're really good at creating jobs, I would say they're not good for America overall.
Right. But let's delve into that though.
Yeah.
So something that my mom's boyfriend mentioned, he said it's not supposed to be jobs like that. Like, these are entry level positions.
Yeah,
he said,
we discussed that last time. A little bit of stepping stone.
He said these jobs are normally, and of course I don't agree with him. There's not a.
Well, hold on. Go ahead and finish what you're saying, but I really want to hit that too.
Yeah, me too. So he's. I mean, yet again, this isn't my opinion. He said that these jobs are for like teenagers that don't have a bunch of skills, haven't graduated college, that just need jobs for a little bit of money or whatever, that these are entry level positions. Be that as it may, and I get that in a perfect ideal economic world with capitalism, I suppose yes, that would be the way it works. However, life happens to people, and actually somebody that was on this documentary specifically said that she was in the midst of going to college, had I want to say she had a 4.0 GPA and everything, was doing really well in college, and then what happened was her mom got extremely sick. And
she just kind of had to go get a job.
Well, no. Her mom got extremely sick, and then a lot of money started having to go towards, trying to make her mom better. Couldn't really afford college or anything like that at that point. And then she wanted to spend time with her mom too, because it's like, my mom's really sick, and I gotta be there for mom. So because of that, now she's put into that bracket where I gotta get a job. And I don't have a lot of money, and I guess I'm going to have to go work at Walmart. So now you have somebody that has a 4.0 GPA that could have done amazing things for this world, and instead of getting education, because it's so goddamn expensive, has to work at Walmart, and that's just where she is. So entry-level position, whatever, but life fucking happens to people, and it sucks balls.
Let me say this real quick. Next time you're in a Walmart, and whoever's watching this, YouTube, whatever, next time you're in a Walmart, count how many teenagers you see there and how many middle-aged to older people you see there.
Yeah.
Because I would say teenagers, maybe they're okay, I'm here, I have to pay, maybe I'm working my way through school. But like at our local one, there's an old lady pushing a broom. Mm-hmm. I don't think she's working through school thinking, you know what, this is going to be the stepping stone to
she
my
might
next
still
job.
Be. She might have been there since teenage years, and she's like, I'm going to make it soon.
One day Walmart's going to help me succeed.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, should those jobs be that? I can definitely see it.
Should they be entry-level positions?
Yeah, should they be stepping stones?
Sure,
can they be? Sure.
Sure.
Is that
the reality of life? I don't think so. I don't think that's the reality.
I mean, I think at our local one, I've seen like 3. Because it's always an old lady with a perm that's ringing us up, right?
Yeah, in most cases. Yeah, she's probably like, I don't know, maybe like 50 or 60. Or like, I would presume 50, but since she works at Walmart now looks 60 because of all the depressing things that happen in her life. Yeah. She's pretty cool, though.
I work at Walmart.
She's wearing that shirt with a big smiley face on it.
And
here's a sticker, little girl.
Big smiley face with her big frowny face.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's good at.
This is an entry-level position.
Welcome to Walmart.
I'm not going to be here long. Enjoy this sticker. Next week. Yeah, I'm still here. I get it. Here's another sticker. And the week after that, there's no more stickers. I'm sorry. Walmart doesn't pay for free stickers for children
that's
anymore.
Depressing. Oh, but then if we're talking about people that they employ, then let's also mention that this is a good thing. A lot of old people that normally wouldn't be able to get jobs elsewhere, sometimes they end up being Walmart greeters or what have you. So that's
actually former high school art teacher said that after she was done teaching or whatever, she was retired, that's something she would actually want to do. Yeah. Just be a greeter at Walmart because you just sit there and
you really do nothing. You just kind of chill and talk. So I mean,
so they do carry a little bit of weight.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I've seen people working there that probably really shouldn't be hired there at all. I used to work with a dude, and anybody watching right now that has heard these stories, I can't just like call him out. Not that he's ever gonna watch this show, just that I don't want to be a dick. But anyway, I worked with a dude at the store I work at a different location, and he's old as balls, and he just fucking sucks to work with. Funny dude though, kind of. But they hire those people at Walmart, and it doesn't even matter to anyone because they don't have any like real responsibilities. They just got to stand there and be like, hey, and then you just walk by them and feel great about yourself and move on. You know what I mean? So they serve a purpose and they get paid, and I guess that's cool for them.
I guess.
No.
I guess.
When you say that, there's a slight hint of depression.
No, I say I guess it is because I don't know. I've never really talked to him and said, hey, so I mean, how do you feel about doing this? Because my assumption would be like, dude, I work at Walmart. This still sucks. Like, I'm still not happy about it. I'm still in my entry-level position.
Still waiting for that big break.
Still, man, this is a big stepping stone I'm walking on.
Oh, yo, are you... Check. God damn it. All right, check the fucking Ustream page. I think Nino's going about this all wrong. He said, I'm in there trying to troll. They're showing me no love. Type Tasha said, "I see you trolling." He said, "Nobody is even acknowledging my trolling."
It may
Damn
be
them all.
on. It may be like I'm on the broadcast page, so it
Yeah.
may be on the
All right, Nino.
channel.
If you're watching, bro, I don't see you trolling. Tasha, I don't know
you can
where
pull up
you're
the
looking.
channel. Pull up the.
Pull up the channel.
Do it on the.
See, this is why we just
the
go ahead and
iPad.
use Twitter, and it's simple. Fucking, yeah. Anyway, Nino, if you are trolling and if you are seeing this, bro, feel free to hit us up at Odd Planet Now on Twitter.
And thanks for letting us plug.
Right, right. Appreciate the plug opportunity. And Facebook.com/Odd Planet Now. I was actually pretty intrigued to see some of the shit that you had to say anyway, based on the conversation we had. So I was kind of hoping you'd tune in and say some shit, but I don't know where you're trolling. If you'd like to link me to where you're trolling, then,
Are we above it?
then you said what?
Are we above it? Apparently,
Yep.
Above what?
the trolling. We're just moving on, doing better.
What, untrollable? Are you
Not
telling
a
me that we're
word.
untrollable?
I don't know if we're untrollable.
Also, shout out to Bree. She said,
yeah.
"My internet is freaking the fuck out and is constantly buffering." Sorry to hear that.
It's AT&T.
Oh, she has AT&T.
I think.
Our next episode should be about AT&T.
No, our next episode should be like broadcasted from an AT&T internet, and then it's like, like that's the episode.
Just crap on them every time.
That's the episode about AT&T.
Sponsored by Comcast.
Wow.
AT&T's terrible. We're tired of thinking of creative commercials. They're just awful.
I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. They're just garbage.
And Comcast is terrible too. Thanks. Speaking of monopolies.
Trolling is on Social Stream, so yeah, it's got to. Yeah, people are telling me that wasn't even Nino. That was somebody else. Like, no, I totally see where he's trolling right now.
I know where he's hating you. No, you're definitely trollable.
Yeah,
Your feelings should be hurt right
I'm
now.
uncontrollable. See what I did there?
Stupid ass.
Anyone?
Yeah.
No,
Hold
nothing.
on. I think I could blur out your face the whole time. Is that something I can do? We'll figure that out, folks. Don't worry. He will be thoroughly.
Yo, everyone just got bodied.
He is thoroughly going to be blurred.
Oh, okay, there's Social Stream.
As you can see, we're tech savvy people here.
Oh, I think I have the app. Man, Nino, you're
Yeah.
making me go. Is this part of the trolling? You're making me jump
It's
through
not.
hoops
No,
to
it's
see
not
the
real.
shit that you're
It's not,
saying?
it's not real.
This is preposterous.
Is it a gay porn app? Social stream.
Brie, I guess shout out to Bree, but she just said, "I fucking love AT&T." I'm sure you enjoy your buffering, but you probably didn't hear me. It probably looked like and now you're happy.
And he just said a really funny joke. You missed it.
Who? Which one? George?
That's
You?
the joke.
Me? People? All right, where the fuck is
I'm
it?
so confused. What are we even talking about?
He faked talking, so I pretended
Oh,
like
I
he
gotta
said
sign
something.
in.
Ew.
This
Don't
is-
do that. You're about to ruin our internet.
Yeah, this is
We're at capacity.
this is horrible, man. Yeah. All right, there we go. There we go. All right.
Are you finding it?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Nino, for switching your trolling fucking areas. He said you guys don't even know how to be trolled. Incredible. Yeah, can you at least troll from multiple locations, bro? This is preposterous. I can't deal with this.
Yeah, we don't
This is nonsense. Look,
we don't work that hard.
Yeah.
So if it's not obvious, it's not.
goddamn Social Stream. This is
You might as well be here holding up a sign. You might notice that.
I mean, maybe.
all right. Anyway, I guess let's continue, and then
No, I don't know. I think we're good.
And then when
I think we narrowed it down.
Nino has single-handedly ended this. Oh, good. I'm logged in. I don't even know how to view. Oh, maybe I do. God damn, this is.
Okay.
This is
Do you
retarded.
want me to continue
Use your
while
words
you
with it.
fiddle?
Yes.
Okay. I don't even know. Oh. So speaking of quality of life, so we kind of talked about the people that work there and kind of what happens with that. But I want to discuss the customers a little bit. Because there is a good argument that because of those low prices and how they function logistically, they have raised income for at least middle America in a lot of ways. With those cheaper prices, and that also forces competitors to go down. So you could technically say, well, Walmart, that's good in a sense for America because my groceries are cheaper, and I end up with an extra $50 or $100 in my pocket at the end of the week.
God damn it! Now I'm watching this.
What do you think about that?
You answer first.
I ain't paying attention.
I missed all of it. You weren't paying attention.
He said you weren't.
Right, so you answer it, and I'll just go off of what you answer.
How do you
and be
feel
like,
about that, George?
Yeah.
Would you say that it has probably increased people's income, like from a different direction? Not technically, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're saving money, then yeah, I guess technically it would be increasing their income.
yeah. I'm not trying to ask you how they work or anything is bad. I'm just trying to say because
Right.
when I heard that, I was like, that's true. That's interesting that
Yeah.
they've technically helped Americans keep more money in their pocket. Of course, at what cost, right? Which is the whole documentary's title.
So wait, you're saying that Walmart helps people keep money in their pockets
Yes.
by just continuously going through Walmart?
Well, by lowering prices,
Uh-huh.
if we're talking, if they do buy something else, then yeah, it's a wash. They're buying stuff because Walmart lured them in and they bought other things. But I'm saying, like, if you just get your groceries from there, the way they've been so competitive and they've lowered prices and forced lower prices, at the end of the day, people do have more money in their pockets because of that.
Or do they? If they force lower prices and everybody else forces lower prices, then they also pay you less. And if they pay you less,
Well,
I mean that.
No, not in that sense. I'm just saying the people that shop there.
No, I know. I'm talking about just retail in general. Like if they offer you things for cheaper,
Yeah.
and everyone else then has to offer you things for cheaper.
But everyone else
Walmart
is
caused
everyone.
Right. Then they're not going to be able, like businesses aren't going to be able to pay their employees as much because they have to take the loss on some of the cost of their shit.
We're just talking retail in that sense.
Yeah, I'm only talking retail.
Well, I'm talking the average consumer, which can come
Which
from
is
any
retail.
other industry. no, there is a lot of service industry, but that's actual like services. I'm saying if you make $10,000 a week, and you spend $200 every week.
I would love to make 10,000.
Yeah, I know that was a dumb number.
Yeah.
You're a rich
Nuts.
dude. Okay,
Yeah.
you make $500 a week. God, whatever. you make $500 a week.
I think I would also like to make 500 a week. I'm getting fucked. How much do you make?
Right, where are these numbers coming from?
lot
What is
less,
going on
a
here?
lot less.
This is
All right, imagine you're a stripper and you make $500 a week. Does that help?
How much are you making a year, bro?
wow.
Why did I have to calculate that? I'm stupid. I knew that.
You have to take taxes away from it. Okay, we're getting off subject.
Of course you
Just
would.
as a number.
All right, there we go. We got some interesting things from Nino here. First thing, and he said,
Oh, let me finish this.
I know,
real
we
quick.
were
okay,
talking about something
go
already.
So the $500 a week, and groceries cost $150. Walmart comes in,
I think I made $500 a month.
and then it turns into $100 a week. Effectively, you have an extra $50 to work with because of Walmart.
Okay.
That's what they were stating, and kind of what they were getting at. And that would definitely help a lot of Americans out. And that's something we can't just say, well, fuck it, because overall that may help people like, oh, I can repair my car, keeping me going to work. I can take my kid to daycare because now I can afford it with the $50 a week. That's kind of the thought process, and that's a pretty decent sized positive just to consider.
yeah, I mean, if you're looking at some of the economic aspects, that might look cool.
Yeah.
But what have they done to make it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
We're still going to get to how do they get there,
Right.
what do they do to achieve it.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if you're purely just logical at that number, you're like, oh, that's a tick in the pro section.
Right. So if you, yeah, but that's the most obvious pro section though.
Oh, it has to be.
That's what the people that we were mentioning earlier that may be ignorant to some of this stuff
Right.
might look at and be like, well, obviously low prices, so people save money. I mean, you just said it in a more eloquent way. You know what I mean?
Well, I was trying to explain it in the sense of how it helps America.
No, oh yeah, I got you, and it might in that aspect. But then the question is, did they cause the initial, or did they help heavily to cause that initial low amount that you're getting paid?
That's something to look at too.
Yeah, and if they did cause that, then I don't know that I would necessarily advocate. Man, fucking Nino's going ham right now. All right, so let me first mention this. Nino said, Walmart sucks, we get it. Can we talk about why Pac-Man is slower than the Ghost on the harder levels? which we'll get into, and I agree. That's bullshit. But I do also want to mention that you sound old as fuck since you're worried about Pac-Man.
So he's like, why is that Pac-Man?
Let's fucking joystick, because it's not enjoyable. I've been playing so long. Then he said, Walmart actually brings up value to some property. The value of my house went up because I lived around nothing, and a Walmart came in and they started putting more shit around there. They create opportunities for other businesses to open as well in towns that have no business in there.
They are definitely an anchor store, yeah.
Walmart has piece of shit ethics, but good shit actually comes out of it. Elaborate on that. So in your particular instance, you said that businesses arose once a Walmart finally got in there, which is cool. But what about the towns where businesses already exist and a Walmart goes in and those businesses collapse?
Basically, you have to, yeah.
Because Walmart really won't work with a lot of businesses that are already there. Now, the businesses,
local businesses,
right? And then the businesses that arose, what kind of businesses were they? Were they other big box retailers that Walmart's cool with fucking with? It gets to a certain point. And the way I'm looking at it, and I could be wrong, but it gets to a certain point where it looks like Walmart is just a huge fan of big corporations, and they're cool with working with them and putting them in situations.
Well, stuff that pops up around them isn't necessarily that. It's whoever can pay the rent.
Right.
And Walmart doesn't tend to own the land.
Around it?
Right. They tend to not.
Yeah.
They tend to just be them,
I think
their own building. But I do want to bring up something interesting that kind of fits with this. I do know a specific situation in Jessup, Georgia, which is the middle of nowhere. They were going to get a Walmart, and this real estate agent knew that. He went and bought up all the land and got all the people to pay. He paid them nothing for their land and moved them because he knew what was going to happen. I would say there's a lot of that going on too.
Yeah.
And he's definitely lucky he was in a situation where it rose up. But another thing, Walmart, I had heard, sadly I couldn't look this up, but I heard it raises crime rates and stuff like that too. And then obviously this town that had jobs that were $10 to $12 an hour because they were mom and pops and they had to be a higher quality customer service, it lowers incomes.
Yeah.
Hands down. In a small town, it lowers incomes. So you better hold on to that property.
Yeah, if a Walmart were to come like where I'm up from or whatever, when I moved down from, I can't speak English, but if a Walmart were to move there, it would like destroy like the whole town because everything there is like a family like family owned businesses and like there's like local owned stuff, a bunch of like farm market stuff, and it would just like destroy all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and Nino also commented on what we were talking about earlier about Walmart saving you money. And he said, well, that's bullshit because when they keep you in the store to get cheaper shit, you end up buying more shit with the extra 50. Consumerism overall is the issue. Walmart will help you save 50, but 80% of people will spend that 50 on some other shit in Walmart, which I can agree
Yeah, that's
with.
what I was saying. They're definitely lured in there.
Right.
But they can save money if they want
Right,
to.
yeah. They have the ability to save the money,
Right.
but consumerism, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
which I personally think might be even considered a disease.
Part of that, too, go ahead, though. Finish that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
feel like it's almost like a disease. Like people look at it and they're like, oh, well, I can buy this, so I save money, so I can buy this. And a lot of people are buying shit that they don't need. So they're not really being...
Is that always the case? So that's what I was going to say. Because they may be like, oh, I need a...
No, sometimes they need stuff. I'm not saying people don't need stuff. I'm just saying a lot of times I think people do buy shit that they absolutely just don't need. In fact, if you're buying food and you ever have to throw it out, you bought more than you needed.
Yeah.
And I get that can happen. It's very difficult to calculate how much you're going to fucking eat and shit. But the simple fact of the matter is that in the system that we currently have now, there's a lot of waste that's created. And a lot of it deals with consumerism. And I agree with Nino on that shit.
Yeah, that's definitely the point. The point is to get you in there and for you to be... It's so convenient. You're like, oh, I'm going to go look around. See, I'm not like that, though. I've never gone in. I always go... I don't know. I've always gone in and just been like, I'm getting this. And it's usually one item, and then I leave.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. But I guess because of retail, I'm always like, ignore that. Don't look at that. There's a reason it's there.
I mean, same here.
So maybe I have...
I can admit a couple times, like I might have gone in, got something, and be like, oh, I could use gum.
They got you.
Yeah, but I used
Big
it.
time.
You're a slave to capitalism.
Big time.
Oh my god.
Gum.
But yeah, I wasn't mad. Trident Layers I kind of fuck with. I fuck with it, but I don't fuck with it.
Great.
Because Trident Layers is pretty fucking dope, but then
There's
like
free advertising.
You're welcome. But then after like here's the bad part of Trident Layers. After like 5 minutes, it's like, oh man, I just have nothing in my mouth but like
we
this
experienced
obnoxious,
that the other day,
chewy
didn't we?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're awesome, but you suck at the same time.
It's like those Pro Pluses. Those big Pro Pluses, the pens I like, they're awesome, but they last like one page.
Yeah, it's last one page. It's whack. By the way, yet again, shout out Nino Bless for stimulating the conversation and for fucking. That's weird, but thanks.
That's weird, but
That's
appreciate
polite.
it.
I like that. I like that. Well done. Now, since we're kind of talking about the jobs, they obviously affect manufacturing jobs in America. Right?
They affect what?
Manufacturing jobs in America.
Right.
Because we have to find ways to do these low prices. Now, what was interesting, from what I saw in that is Walmart Good for America and PPS on their front line, I thought Walmart came in, did their setup, and that just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And it was just business, everyday business. And some companies were like, well, to get into Walmart, I need to go here. And it was just capitalism kind of flowing. Definitely not the case. In the 80s, Walmart was big, you buy American. They were super pro-American, buy their American products. We got them all here. Come and get them. They're great prices too. 90s, they took a dip in the early 90s. They got hit really hard. They were worried about their stock going below 20, and if it kind of did, they were going to be easy to, be knocked down. That's when they started going overseas and just filled up their stores.
And you said this
with
was around
imports.
what year, roughly?
91, 92.
91, 92? Okay.
So early 90s, they had to switch to survive. They switched, and I'm not terribly mad at that, but it really changed how they ran, and it completely reformatted their style of business.
Which affects our economy greatly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say there was a dip in the economy for whatever reason, and then Walmart changed and blew up and became who they are today.
Right.
And like I said, I thought it was just a free-flowing thing. That's free-flowing up to that point, right? They had to survive. Whatever. But watching this video, and you can go check it out, the PBS Frontline, is Walmart Good for America. It's cool to watch. It's from 2004, but it gives you an idea of what happened. You go to Walmart, let's say you make socks. You make them in America. You go to Walmart, they crowd you into a room. They may have other sock makers in the room, and they have like a reverse auction. And they'll let you know. They'll be like, all right, we need it for this price. They tell you the price they're going to pay. There's no, you come to them and say, this is how much my product costs. This is why it's great. There's no sales pitch. It's like, we're going to pay this. Achieve that.
Right.
Damn.
And then you're next to other people. And I saw these rooms. They're small, like sweat rooms. Make you sweat. Well lit. You're sitting across from the buyer. We're going to pay this. And they don't necessarily say it, but they kind of do. They're going to be like, you're going to have to move your operation to China. So they're bullying American manufacturers.
Wow.
To go overseas. That's a whole different ball game. I was like, if someone sits down and looks at the numbers and says, oh, shit, I kind of have to move to China just to survive, we can argue all day. But if the people that sell the product are coming to you and say, we're only going to pay this, you need to move. That kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah.
And actually, to go along with what you're saying, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
In 2004, Walmart imported $18 billion worth of product from China.
I know what you're talking about, but those are numbers that they tried to get, which they're like, okay, we're Walmart was like 15 maybe, but it could have been more. And there's some people that are like, it probably was more like 20 or even 30 billion.
Oh, it might have been even more.
It might even be more.
Well, the information I got said 18 billion, but imagine this: 18 billion. What the fuck? It could have been more, folks.
Right. It almost doubled.
That's ridiculous.
So these are numbers.
insane,
See,
bro.
there's no one gauging this, which is a big deal. But to go along, kind of with that, even in China, Walmart will bully the businesses that even come there. But the fact that they're physically saying you need to go set up shop here is quickly just taking away jobs that are good for middle America.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's right in the middle. You know that the guy. How much was he making? He was making $59,000 a year, making TVs at a big plant here in America. And $59,000. That's right, like dead center, middle of America. You can get send your kids to college or help them go. At least you have a decent home. That's gone. And like we had discussed before, and you're feeling that middle America is disappearing. I mean, Walmart's definitely a big part of that.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And also, Nino has another point. By the way, shout out Nino Bless. Follow him at Nino Bless. Check out his music. Super dope dude. He's a fag though. And he just commented. He said, "That's not just Walmart getting shit from China. That's every freaking store. LOL. Hemi's hat used to be made in the USA. All of your clothes, etc. It's not just Walmart. Walmart wants the cheapest. Hold on. Walmart wants the cheapest shit, but so does every company. Apple can make your iPhones here as well. It's cheaper and easier to make it overseas. This isn't a Walmart issue." And I agree. Everyone does it.
That was our topic.
Well, one, Walmart's our topic, but two,
did they cause that switch? Because they were one of the first to go over and show. Because that's when the trade opened in China.
Yeah. Now Walmart could have caused the switch, but then also let's take into consideration that Walmart is one of the biggest sales companies that exist,
and you have to play their game.
So yeah, and you have to play their game in order to compete with prices. But the simple fact of the matter is, since a lot of people are going there, they got to import more and more from China. I mean, I think we could all agree, and this is one of my this is what I've always been saying. I think in order to actually effectively change our situation around, I think we would need to start exporting more than importing. We import a lot, which essentially means that our money is going overseas to someone else. So then we don't have a bunch of money over here. If we were to export more,
I'm going to back a number up real quick with what you just said, just to apply a little bit of math to it.
Yeah.
That same year, 2004, Long Beach, California, very huge port. This is where it bottlenecks. This is where everything from China comes. That year alone, they received $36 billion in consumer merch from China. That year alone, $36 billion.
Wow.
A big part of that, obviously, like there's people that were thinking that $30 billion of that was Walmart. That may not be the case, but at least probably 18.
Oh, at least.
So they're more than half,
Uh-huh.
or right at half, I should say. And then there's $3 billion in export. Like you're saying, so they are doing 12 times.
Wow.
Coming in just that 1 year. Now on top of that, guess what we were exporting? Raw materials. So we're talking timber, we're talking cotton. Guess how that material comes back? Shirts.
I was going to say that.
Frames. Right?
Yeah.
The guy said, the quote, right when he heard that, he's like, it sounds like we're a third world country. Back in the day, we used to go buy stuff, $3 billion, then we'd make it into something else and sell it for 10 times more.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
Right.
So that we've lost that.
Yeah.
And it's clear we're losing that. And I forgot how much it was a year. In 2003 alone, overall trade for America, we were 120 billion behind compared to exports. 120 billion. How long can you do that and still be profitable?
That's nuts.
And if Walmart's a big portion of that, they may be digging a grave for America. Especially if jobs are being pushed over in that sense. Now, I heard And I'm sorry if that cut you off. Was there anything else you're going with what you said?
Not necessarily.
I just want
Nino had
some
another point which probably dealt with what we were just talking
Okay,
about.
go
If
ahead.
you want me to read it. He said China's government is suppressing the value of their dollar so their own people...
By 40%. Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts.
It's undervalued by
That's
40%.
nuts. He said, so their own people are held back from being able to buy the very shit they're making. China's government is obsessed with exporting and creating shit for other people.
Well, because we build their infrastructure.
Right.
We build these great buildings. We build buildings for their people to live, but we're not paying them well.
Yeah.
So we're like, we'll give you houses, and that's what they do. A lot of people in China, they move. I forgot what's the port called, Shandong, whatever.
Shindong?
Shindong.
It's
Can you
probably-
imagine having a shindong?
It's probably. Let me go ahead and say, if someone
your
that's
pants
Chinese,
would have to be shaped
Chinese
completely
can
different.
record. If someone Chinese can record themselves saying it correctly, because it's not that, and I apologize for calling one of your biggest cities Dong.
Shindong.
I don't apologize for that one bit.
But
that joke was well worth it.
in 2004.
Shindong.
If you go, actually, this city in 1994 was a community of farmers.
Yeah.
By 2004, third largest port in the world.
Wow.
10 years of change.
Yeah.
Skyscrapers, everything in 10 years. Capitalism's going to follow the money. It doesn't matter where it is. And that's a big part of it, too. But yeah, they do force undervalue.
Yeah.
And they count on other countries to build infrastructure for a lot of their population. Because when someone in China, when they go to work at this factory, they're like, I'm going to make $100 a month. Whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I have a place to live, and maybe there's food involved.
Yeah, and actually, and I may be wrong, but I believe that the documentary I watched,
Yeah.
their housing and everything was actually provided by like the Walmart centers that they had.
That's what I was saying. The infrastructure is built by
it's
investment companies.
It's almost like working for Google, but like really bad. It's
Really
because like Google looks out for their employees and like has like awesome shit that they can live at and create and stuff like that. Whereas Walmart apparently in China,
Yeah.
it's like shit. And here's the thing though, I believe they don't have to pay to live there. But they do have to pay for like any of their utilities used, so like
I'm
lights
sure
and stuff like that. So
there's a way
they
for them to
normally-
get it back.
Right. Yeah.
There's a way
Yeah.
to get that 100 back. That's not a problem.
Shit is insane, bro. But hold on, let me finish
Go ahead.
Nino's point real quick. So he said China's government is obsessed with exporting and creating shit for other people.
Right.
We stopped manufacturing in this country not because of Walmart, it's because of our government and China's government that are in bed with each other. Walmart is just another pretty chick at the escort service.
Yeah, go ahead.
China makes the hose. We middleman the fucking. It's not a one corporation causing any of this.
Oh,
And
of
granted,
course there's going to be a collective.
yeah, and granted, yet again, that might not be the case. I think what we're getting at though is let's imagine it's the government, and mind you, believe me.
Well, I'll say
we're gonna
what
have
they promised at the time when we signed that trade agreement.
Okay.
Because we were promised something that completely different happened.
Okay.
When we signed that agreement, which was signed by Bill Clinton, we were told, China, 1.2 billion people. American goods is going to sell like crazy here. And everyone in America is like, all right, my company's going to do better. We're going to ship cars over there. We're going to ship computers over there. We're going to do all this and that, and it's going to be amazing. China signed the deal like, now we're going to have a group of people that can afford stuff we make. China couldn't afford anything we made. So there's nowhere to export. But
Right.
that's the ideal we were sold on.
Right.
We were told that this is going to be great for American business. And it's the exact opposite. And, I mean, with all that, that's all good, what he's saying, and it's not just Walmart. But if Walmart has the ability, a certain lobbyists and everything, to make sure tariffs aren't raised and stuff like that, and they're protecting their interest over there, over America, that's the main question, is Walmart good for America?
Right.
And we're kind of framing
which is what this is.
everything
about.
around it. Yeah,
Right.
because it does break down to
And yet
that.
again, I agree with Nino.
And Walmart's bullying.
I know the government is heavily involved in fuck shit like this, and believe me, we're definitely going to have episodes on the government. But since this one is specifically about Walmart, and Walmart is a big culprit of helping this kind of fuck shit happen. They're kind of the what would you call it, like a zygote? What would you call it?
Well, I mean,
they're
1/4. If these numbers are correct, they're at the very least 1/4 of all import. and they're the biggest importer.
Right. Which is nuts.
Right. So even if you're saying, well, it's not just Walmart, it's a collective, you still have to be like,
But Walmart is huge.
If Walmart decides to go somewhere else, other people are going to be interested in it. Or if Walmart decides to raise their prices a little bit, would others follow suit?
Right.
If it helps keep American jobs.
Yeah.
So, but they're a big portion. But he is right in the sense that there is more to the picture. But we are just focused on them because of the topic.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, and also, feel free to tweet us at OddPlanetNow and hit us up on Facebook.com/OddPlanetNow. Let us know, do you shop at Walmart? Do you like shopping at Walmart? Do you not want to shop at Walmart anymore after, hearing this or doing any of your own research? By the way, yet again, do your own research as well. Like, don't just take our word for it, because we could be wrong about shit. And if we are wrong about shit, correct us. Like, let us know. Because this isn't a we're right, you're wrong, we're informing you kind of thing. No, we're just talking about ideas, and if we're wrong, we need to know, because we're
wrong most of the time. So it would help us learn.
And it's all about the learning thing between all of us. There's no fucking hierarchy here, because that shit is whack. And yet again, shout out to Nino. Appreciate you stimulating the conversation.
Absolutely. No, you got to bring up. There's some very good points.
Which, by the way, Nino also mentioned at some point, and hopefully we can make this happen. Actually having him on the show. Actually being here. So then we don't have to read his gay ass Facebook post. He can actually be here to say his gay ass words in person. But for real, shout out the homie Nino. Great dude. Yet again, check out his music at Nino Bless. Just look him up. Super dope. Super dope dude. Okay. All right. Well, the homie Joe just said Walmart can eat a dick.
There we go.
Well, one opinion's changed.
So no. I don't know if it's changed.
I guess Walmart's part of the storm.
He might have already been like, fuck Walmart.
Oh, that's true.
That's hilarious.
Well, that was an easy opinion.
Yeah. Walmart can eat a dick.
There we go.
In fact, Walmart can fucking swallow one of those raindrop dicks. The colorful raindrop dicks that we were discussing earlier. Man. Yeah, some of you guys may have missed that conversation. You need to tune in as soon as possible. Shit happens here.
Yep. That's true. That is purely for the people that watched it tonight.
That was an early bird special, like I was saying, bro.
Yeah, you were right about that.
So the early bird gets the dick, is what you're saying?
There it is.
I didn't say that.
The worm.
I didn't say that. Yeah, you guys are making these yummy sounds like so good.
I'm mad you just said that we're making yummy sounds.
That's what y'all said. I mean,
pause, bruh.
Y'all said, that tastes good.
So just to put up an example, because we were talking about Walmart bullying and kind of forcing jobs over there that hurts, I would argue, directly middle America. Mm-hmm. There was this company called Five Rivers Electronics, and what they did, they built tube TVs, and this is early 2000s, so it's still relevant because they're still around, but it's still, we need to look at it because they were making TVs for Philips, Samsung. They were being built, I don't know if this was Kentucky or Tennessee, one of those states. One of them. And they were making TVs considering a fair trade price point. And when I say fair trade, that's when, if you're part of the World Trade Organization, there are certain rules you have to adhere to. You have to treat your employees a certain way. And China, I mean, you look at China and you're like, you have to follow the rules too. You're part of this. Because it keeps economies from crapping on each other real quick, and it keeps stuff more stable, supposedly. We can get into that another day.
Right.
But China, Five Rivers, this company that made TVs for several companies, sued a lot of those Chinese companies and sued, well, they didn't sue the companies directly, but they sued for dumping. And what that is, you know what dumping is?
Yeah, taking a shit.
Yeah, that. Basically,
you can sue people for that?
Basically, yeah.
Because
we got someone.
Yeah, they really need to sue the person that keeps on shitting in a metallic bowl that's giving us this water at work. Because it's really it's really not cool. Somebody should be sued for that. Yeah, the funniest thing was his face when I said that. He was like, "Who's shitting in metallic bowls?" He completely forgot the old joke. That was brought up.
I was upset for you. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that face was priceless. Who is shitting in these metallic bowls?
Well, the way you describe it, it makes me want to scrape my tongue.
it's not good.
what what I mean by this dumping is when a company forces the price down.
Yeah.
And
We have a China can eat a dick too, by the way.
aw, they're not all bad. That was kind of a stereotype. There's a lot of good people in China. Is that better? I don't know what to do here.
No, we can't even say
China has, yeah,
nod our heads.
great fireworks over there. Great wall,
That's a decent wall.
decent wall.
I've
You can
seen
see it from
better.
space. It's kind of neat, right?
I've seen better walls.
Kung Fu, neat.
I like Kung Fu.
That's a neat thing.
You got
cool.
McDonald's.
But what I was getting at, it's dumping is when you're putting a lot of crap into a market at a really low price, and you're doing it unfairly based on those rules.
Mm-hmm.
So this company saw a lot of products like Apex and stuff like that, which may or may not be familiar, but it's like half the price. And they're like, they must be cheating the game somehow.
Right.
Somehow it's rigged, they're doing something. And they looked into it and felt like they were, and they sued to stop it.
Okay.
And of course, all the companies that are invested in China sat on the other side. And Walmart did too.
Mm.
And what's interesting about this is kind of one of those situations where kind of the good guys I would argue the good guys kind of won. Because Five Rivers won. Despite every company being like, no, we're going to fight this. They just took their one lawyer and said, hey, you're cheating.
That's
Don't
awesome.
do that. So it raised prices of TVs.
Don't do that.
It raised prices of
Stop
TVs.
No, no.
They slapped him on the wrist because
Cool,
there's nothing to
bro.
do. The Chinese government has it's over there.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And they had forcibly raised prices and made it easier for manufacturing to stay here. And this company said if we didn't go through all that trouble of suing and fighting Walmart, fighting every company that was invested over there, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
That Americans are still fighting the big guy. Because, I mean, that's kind of what we were founded on, the revolution, taking on the biggest empire in the world at the time. And we still kind of have that mentality in a way. But we're doing it against ourselves.
Mm.
And that's kind of, it's cool to see. But they fought that bullying, and they fought manufacturing going over.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's still possibilities to save jobs here.
Yeah.
It's just not. Walmart doesn't want it to happen.
Right. It's going to be super difficult. I mean, and actually, the thing about Walmart making shit difficult to happen, there's a few places, and I wish I would have, wrote all of them down, but there's a bunch of places that have actually fought to keep Walmart out of their city.
Yeah.
Inglewood was one of them. They went through a bunch of fucking shit, and Walmart didn't get put there. A couple places. I don't know if some of y'all watching happen to be in the Georgia area, but I wrote down those because I live in Georgia and I thought it was interesting. Cobb County stopped Walmart from being put in,
Yep.
and so did Ellenwood, Georgia. But there's a huge list. Like, there's a bunch of people that really feel like Walmart going into places fucking sucks. So there's a decent amount of people that are very aware of this kind of an issue. And I also want to point out, in most cases, if you try to start a business in a town, they're not going to, fucking have a shitload of people be like, we don't want you here. Like, this is a big issue. You know what I mean? If you aren't familiar with. And this is Nino's last point, apparently, that he just wanted to make. He said, okay, you guys win. I get Walmart's influence on all this. I agree fully. I just feel someone is allowing Walmart to do this because they are a cash cow.
Of course.
Added with when you're worth billions, you can influence government. Sticking to the point.
Sounds like the elites again.
Yeah, and which I'm going to get into.
Okay,
and actually,
good.
This might be a good time to transition.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Nino. So he said, added with when you're worth billions, you can influence government. Sticking to the point, Walmart sucks ass. But they have big-time backing government officials allowing them to do whatever they do. I think that's the bigger issue, in my opinion. But this is a good topic. It triggers better ideas. Then he said, the end. Peace, y'all. Yet again, bro, fully agree with you.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of a matter of, like, let's, and I agree, you could attack it from the government and move forward.
Yeah.
I think the way we were looking at it was, let's show people something that they might be emotionally connected with, like Walmart, and say, this isn't
it's really
good.
tangible.
And also, Imagine this. Imagine a shitload of people stop shopping at Walmart. Of course they're not going to do it because of us right now. We're nowhere near that big. But let's imagine that the word started to spread because people are talking about shit like this. And a lot of people stop shopping at Walmart. That might stop at some point, maybe, their influence over government. Or they'll have to do something
I'm going
to
to say
change it.
something on a smaller scale that's actually pretty impactful. Let's say you see something like this, or you hear a conversation like this, you go do your own research, and you're like, I'm not a big fan of Walmart, I'm not going to shop there. And let's only say it's not even a lot of people that stop shopping, but maybe a few thousand in one area, like that town or something, right? A representative for that area comes up, which is, I don't even know how many representatives are there anymore. 412 representatives in House of Representatives. Does that sound right? We don't even know our own government.
We'd have to Google that.
Google. It's okay. It's around
It's
there.
around there somewhere.
A
412, I think, or 472. There's a
Yeah, we
kind of
can
a big-
keep saying numbers. Is
412.
what we could do.
Come on, 412 people.
472.
Anyways,
If anybody happens to know the answer to this question, feel free to tweet
They're
us at
Googling it.
OddPlanet Now or
Yeah.
Facebook at OddPlanet Now.
It doesn't
How many
really
members
affect.
are part of the
it
House of
doesn't-
Representatives?
It doesn't really affect my point, but it kind of does. But this town goes against Walmart, right?
Okay.
And one of the representatives that's currently in office, they're like, oh, he voted to keep a tariff from happening because Walmart lobbied for it to happen. And because they don't like Walmart for whatever reasons, because of this conversation, or they heard and did their own research from someone else, they don't vote for him again. He's no longer in office the next time around. So even if it's a tiny group of people, it can have a bigger impact, because that's one representative that's out of office for that simple fact of supporting Walmart.
Right. 435, by the way. Appreciate it, Isaac.
Nice.
Speaking of Isaac also wanted to say that
I was way off twice.
he said that he said that
Twice.
seems like he said that seems like a human issue. Humans want cheap shit, but because
Yep.
and and we agree. It's
Yep.
it's yet again, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. I think it's a sickness, and I think capitalism, or just the monetary thing, is creating it's a sickness. You know what I mean? Like it's cheap, so let's go hoard. Let's get it. We're worried about scarcity, and it's like in the back of your mind. Like you might not really be thinking about it, but you do. Just to put it very plainly, if we know that a really bad storm's coming up or something like that, what's the first thing people do? They run to the store and they go buy shit
yeah.
that's fucking
Especially
retarded.
down
And
here.
what's really
Especially
stupid,
this
yeah,
winter.
down here, it's
Especially this past winter.
yeah, when the what they call it, the snowpocalypse.
Snowpocalypse.
When that shit happened, and this makes no goddamn sense to me. People ran out and they got bread and milk. And that's like primarily what they went to go buy, and I don't understand that. Those are the first things.
terrified.
Those are the first things that go bad. It's how does that make sense? Like me, I would want to make sure I have water, canned food, shit like that. I don't know how long shit's gonna be bad. I wouldn't go get perishables like that. Oh, let me go get milk that'll fuck
Well,
up.
they're
Let me go
thinking-
get fucking bread. That's fucking. It's retarded.
What you're saying is, but most humans are like, it may last a week.
Awesome.
You're thinking like a true apocalypse, which is fine.
Well,
The
no, I'm
snow
just-
can
I'm
last
just-
a
I'm just
month
saying,
and
just-
ruin, because
I'm-
in the South we can't get rid of snow. It's dangerous.
I'm just saying, let's be smart. Let's not all run to Walmart to go get milk and bread. Let's just be smart.
yeah, but
about
what
it.
if everyone else does it?
Everyone else did it?
Well, now I'm dying.
No, you can get organic stuff. No one goes into that. Not where we are.
Someone runs in. Oh, it's some organic stuff. They're out. They
Yeah,
just
what's
they turn
hilarious
around.
is that happened.
They turn around.
Like when that shit was going on, because like I switched over to eating organic, and I just needed to go grocery shopping. Like I was just genuinely out of shit. I wasn't going because oh my god, we're gonna die. Like I went just because I needed shit, and I go to the organic section. Well, first I look at the store, there's like nothing in there, and I was like okay, and I go to the organic section, I was like oh good, I'm good. Fucking no one's getting shit here.
That happened also at work. We had
No.
we have a Coke machine thing, obviously, and like all the sodas were out, but there was only water. And some guy comes up, he's like, "Y'all are out of drinks," and there's like tons of water. There's just no soda. He's like, "Y'all have nothing to drink." I'm like, "Yeah, well."
America. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's not refreshing.
And they came in for batteries.
Oh,
Also not
shitload
refreshing.
of like what is it, D
D
batteries,
batteries. For all the radios out there,
radios, and
that
flashlights.
everyone uses.
We need to see and hear things.
You just
now,
see all the snow falling.
I wanna kind of speak, because I had mentioned how China does things may not be
Business?
No, not practical.
Business.
But may not be fair to the people that work for them, and their conditions are going to be terrible, right? Mm-hmm. What kind of speaks to that? They do have some of their own companies like Hire. If you remember, we've sold TVs where we worked before. Hire refrigerators. Haier. They were cheap, Chinese made.
Yeah, I always wanted to say hair, and then I was like, no.
No. Hire.
It's not hair.
If they built a factory in South Carolina,
yeah,
to make some of their products, and this kind of testifies to how they are, and I assume how it's running in China, but some Americans work there, and obviously they brought a lot of their own people from China there in this factory. At the end of the day, they lined everyone up, talked about everyone's production. Okay, fine, have a little meeting before everyone goes home. Then proceeded to slap the person that did the worst that day. Unfortunately for them, that was an American that was like, oh, this lawsuit, awesome. And then they looked confused as to why they got sued. That's a standard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the standard now. I don't know, maybe other businesses do this. But they came here, built a factory. At the end of the day, casually slapped the person who did the worst. Right? That's
and the only American that worked there did the worst.
I didn't say that, but I do know that the person sued and got a paycheck.
That's depressing.
And they're like, well, you're telling me I can't slap my employees here?
We're like, yeah.
That's
I
hilarious.
feel like I can slap my employees here.
That's hilarious.
So who knows what goes on over there?
Well, yeah.
And Walmart's sending jobs over there.
Right.
That's good.
So, now we were talking earlier, and I did want to make this point. We were talking earlier about, the workers at Walmart and, how underpaid they are and how they have to, have help from the government and everything to actually, afford working at Walmart, which is fucking horrible. But with that being said, there's a few states I want to mention some statistics from. In Alabama, they have 3,864 children of Walmart employees enrolled in Medicaid. In Arizona, they have 2,700 Walmart workers on Medicaid. Arkansas, 3,971 Walmart workers on public assistance. Connecticut, 824 Walmart workers have children in a state health care program. Florida has 12,300 Walmart workers and their dependents on Medicaid. Georgia has 10,000.
Let me clarify this real quick, just for people that don't know what Medicaid is.
Yeah.
There's Medicare and Medicaid. Medicare is like, it's kind of you get older, the government's going to help you pay for healthcare stuff. Medicaid is you poor.
Yeah.
And they're going to help you pay for healthcare stuff.
Right.
So that's a whole, it's welfare for healthcare.
Right. Wow. And nice rhyme.
I know.
I appreciate that.
No
as
problem.
A rapper.
Keeps it going.
So I just want to clarify, because a lot of people have never heard of Medicaid.
Yeah.
You go up and say Medicaid, and like, if you're poor, that's how you get healthcare, and that's how you have to get healthcare in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So Walmart's forcing these numbers of people to get Medicaid. Go ahead, keep reading. This is
it's pretty epic. Georgia has 10,261 children of Walmart employees are enrolled in Peach Care for kids.
We have our own here. I forgot.
And now mind you, this was in 2004. These are the statistics then. Just imagine what they are now. Massachusetts had 4,172 Walmart workers and dependents on state health care. Tennessee had 9,617 Walmart workers on TennCare. Texas had 4,363 children of Walmart employees on CHIP, and Wisconsin had 1,252 Walmart employees and dependents on Badger Care. Now, what that ends up saying is Walmart costs taxpayers $1,557,000,000 to support its employees.
This kind of goes to Nino's thing. Wow. Like, even if you just go in and buy what you're looking for and save $50, your income tax is going down.
Right. So like, yes, they're employed and shit like that. And this is what's interesting. Walmart actually, all throughout Walmart, and actually, fun fact, my dad used to actually work at Walmart. Fucking, they had shit all in Walmart that was like, hey, you need help with money, blah, 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 sign up for this, and this will help you. And, like, they want to get people to start, getting funding from the government.
Wow.
Which is insane.
Wow.
But they pretty much, they found a loophole. They found out,
Yeah.
well, you know what? We can pay people this little amount, and then
But
we'll get the
tell
government.
you how to get the other stuff
Right.
you need
We'll
to
get
live.
the government to help them live, and that's what we're going to do. So since they don't, and
Third
mind
world
you,
country.
yeah, and what's fucked up, what's really fucked up is they could definitely afford to pay people, because then you look at the CEO around that time.
It's been proven.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Costco is the huge proof that you could be a big box store and pay your people $50,000 a year
Yeah,
in hopes of keeping them there
right.
because you want quality labor.
And actually, where I work now, but in the other store, there was a Costco that was real close, and we'd always have Costco people come in, and they were like, telling me about their job, and I was like, what's the pay looking like? She was like, no, I'm really happy with how much I get paid. I was like, really? She was like, yeah, you should apply, and I was like, no, because she was like, I work a lot, but I get paid well, and I was like, that's cool.
Oh yeah. You definitely do.
But to go with that, and to say how much of a problem people end up having economically that work for Walmart, then you look at the CEO around that time and how much he got paid.
Yeah.
And his earnings for 2005, the CEO, Lee Scott, was $27 million. 27.2, in fact, $1 million. That's insane. That's
You want to hear something kind of crazy?
yes.
Dealing with that, if you have a business in England, the CEO can only make 6 times the lowest paid employee,
Oh wow,
Mm.
and that is something they strongly believe in
that's pretty cool though.
and strongly believe.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Now, granted, I'm sure there's a lot of, I don't necessarily want to call them out, but Republicans and my mom's boyfriend in general that would be like that. You can't tell people how much they can make. There shouldn't be a cap on that.
I mean, that goes against the American dream in a way.
It does. It
And I'm
does.
not-
But
and
the
I'm not-
American
I'm not-
dream ends up being a fucking nightmare. Like the way the system is.
It's a greed.
Yeah,
Fed dream. I mean,
It's fucked
as-
up, bro.
if someone that's good at logistics and whatnot can figure out a way to do better, they're not going to be greatly concerned about who gets hurt by it.
Right.
They're just not. It's
Right.
business. And,
Yeah.
and is there ways to become rich? And do I feel like people deserve to become rich in some cases? Sure. Just as long as it's ethical.
Yeah, and a lot of this isn't, because the other part, Lee Scott getting $27.2 million that year. The average Walmart hourly sales employees' earnings for a year is $13,861.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, because they're part-time, yeah.
That's
13,000.
That's nuts.
Wow.
That is nuts. So then
How much is that a month?
I'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. So
500?
13,861. Wow.
13 what?
It's going to be a little over
13,861.
little over 500.
A year?
No, it's not 12.
divide
No,
by-
I'm sorry.
52.
That's gonna be
for a week?
No, no,
A month.
A month.
Month.
That's going to be 1,000 something. I'm sorry. That's 13 divided by 12. That's not hard. It's 1,000 something.
Yeah, it's about never mind. 1,066.
Oh, it's 1,066. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
We're overthinking.
Battle of
It's insane.
Hastings,
We're
1066.
So then what they go on to say is, and yet again, this is in 2004, and then I did some of my own studying afterwards, and this I found to be extremely
inflation and
interesting.
stuff since then, yeah.
Because think about it, this is 2004, right?
Yeah.
And we know how the economy was in between 2004 and now. It wasn't the most amazing thing we've been through, right?
Oh, yeah, there was definitely a recession.
Right. So now I'm going to mention some of these people. So and these are all people of the Walton family that own Walmart, if you didn't know. So Helen Walton at this time in 2004 had $18 billion. Okay. Alice Walton, yet again,
A little bit of pocket change.
$18 billion. Yeah, a little bit. Alice Walton, $18 billion.
Oh, so basically how much they imported from China
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
per Walton.
Per person. Per Walton.
Wow.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Huh. So it's 100% profit.
Right.
Well, that's a
100%.
good deal.
Rob Walton, $18.3 billion. Jim Walton, $18.3 billion. And in total, sorry, this is 2005. Total in 2005, that's $90.8 billion that family was worth
Okay.
collectively, right? Crazy. So then I was like, well, let me see what's going on now. So I went to, it's on Forbes, and you can actually just type in richest in the world in Google. It'll be like the first shit that pops up. So feel free to check it. You know what I mean? So number 9 in the world right now is Christy Walton and family. at $36.7 billion.
Wow.
Jim Walton, $34.7 billion. Alice Walton, $34.3 billion. S. Robson Walton, $34.2 billion. And then the lower ones on the totem pole, Ann Walton Cronoke, $4.8 billion. And Nancy Walton Laurie, $4.1 billion. Total in 2014 is $148.8 billion. So when you do the math, we went from, in 2005, the family being worth $90.8 billion, all the way to now being $148.8 billion. They almost, I mean, it's close. It's not, right there, but they have almost doubled their money from then to now through a recession. That's fucking nuts. And just so you know, as far as them being the richest in the world, they hold the spots 9, 10, 13, 14, 305, and 367 as far as being richest in the world. That's fucking nuts. All of those deal with Walmart. And if you want to check that, go to the website I just mentioned, hit Control F on your computer to find, just type in Walmart. It'll pop right up and you'll just see those names. They're the only ones on there. And what's interesting is the cost of their Walmart jet fleet that they have is $125 million.
That's just their personal fly around.
Yeah, just their jets.
Do they have Walmart mobiles?
Yeah,
in Walmart caves everywhere.
Yeah,
Walmart caves.
And those are made in China as well.
Oh well, of course.
So then this is fucking nuts. So something else to know about the Walton family. The Walton family has given less than 1% of their wealth to charity, whereas Bill Gates has given 58%.
Sure. Oh yeah. And he's a big part of getting... He says, just give half.
Yeah, and what's amazing is...
You'll be okay.
Bill Gates is number 1 on that list, on the richest people in the world list, and he still gives that much.
That's ridiculous.
And they give 1%, and now mind you, with all the money that they have, that's more money than Bill Gates has. So collectively as a family, they are more wealthy than Bill Gates. But they give 1%, and he gives 58%. That's fucking insane.
Okay, looking at these numbers... You said 140 billion.
As far as what they're worth right now?
140 billion.
148 billion.
148.
0.8.
0.8, excuse me. All right. How many Waltons are there?
Well, now there might be more than what was on the list, but as far as what was on the list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
So let's say we give them... Let's let them keep 98 billion. You can break that up by 6, right? 98 billion they can keep. They're costing taxpayers $1 billion in healthcare for 50 years. Right there, they could fund their own employees' healthcare that are hurting
Easily.
Wow.
Or just pay better healthcare
so they can afford it.
So the 50 billion may stretch out to 150 years just because they're running it through insurance and giving their people better health care.
Yeah.
Is that extremely dangerous greed? Because I'm still saying you have 98 billion.
Yeah.
Are you hurting?
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Are you hurting?
No.
Is that $125 million fleet going to be threatened?
Yeah. Do you think maybe you could afford to pay your employees just a little bit more so they can live and work for you? They work for you. You know what I mean?
The same thing.
It's nuts.
This doesn't matter, but Papa John's saying, well, it's going to cost 50 cents more a pizza to give them health care.
Yeah, well, fucking let's do it.
And everyone that heard that was like, oh, that's it?
It's only 50 cents.
For people to have better health care?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or instead of giving 2 million pizzas out at Super Bowl, give 1 million and just pay for health care.
There it is. There you go. It's nuts. The way people think.
He's like, but no, I have to. Peyton Manning said 2 million already. We have to give it out.
Peyton Manning.
We have to give it out now.
I gotta do
We've
2.
committed to 2 million, Steven.
So, and then look at this, and this goes. What did you do?
That was the dog.
Oh,
I'm fine. It's still
recording.
So the 2.
So
we went black.
Well,
don't say it.
Okay.
I know you.
I was gonna make a Ness joke.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the homie Ness.
Ness will never see this.
No, I probably won't. He should be on the show though. Now this goes to one of Nino's points, which yet again I think everyone sitting at this table for the most part agrees with you. It's a government issue, but we also do. it's a Walmart issue too. Like Walmart's still helping perpetuate.
We're trying to dissect the issues.
Right.
So when you hear an issue,
right,
you can be like, oh, this dude has a few cons I don't like about him.
Right. So just note, we're not saying the government doesn't play any part in this.
They absolutely do.
Yeah,
they have to. They facilitate it.
Exactly. We're just saying that Walmart, this is specifically what we're talking about today, and believe me, we're going to talk about way more fuck shit that goes on in this odd planet we live in. Yet again, Twitter @OddPlanetNow, Facebook.com/OddPlanetNow. So let me mention this. This goes hand in hand with what Nino was saying. So yet again, they give 1% of their wealth to charity, right? And 58% Bill Gates does, right?
Correct.
The Walton family made $3.2 million in political contributions in 2004.
How much?
3.2 million.
3.2 million?
And mind you, this doesn't go with the numbers you have right.
No, I know. I'm just...
Okay, because this is 2004 money.
Yeah.
See, if we were to double it now, it'd be like 6.4 million if we wanted.
I don't see that as a huge number, but that is a huge number for certain campaigns.
It's still a lot saying like, here, take this.
Wait, is this for campaigning?
It just says political contributions. So
that is campaigning.
So my assumption would be yes.
So they still have lobbyists probably separate from that. That get paid a lot more.
I'm sure. Yeah. But this is just the Walton family by themselves as far as what has been recorded.
Oh, just by themselves.
Yes.
Because they can. Walmart, the company, can.
Oh, of course.
Stuff too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no,
okay.
This is just them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're even stingy in this, I would argue.
Right.
For $1 billion, they could probably buy a state and be.
We haven't even scratched the surface of stinginess. So a Walmart worker, this is a thing that they have. A Walmart worker may donate money from their paycheck to the Critical Need Fund, which is a program to aid other employees in times of crisis, like a fire, tornado, what have you. That's a program that they have at Walmart. In 2004, Walmart employees gave over $5 million to help fellow workers. So collectively, through all the workers in Walmart, they gave a total of about $5 million, which is awesome that they want to give to each other.
So they paid for the political contributions.
I know, right? The Walton family gave $6,000.
6,000.
Comparatively to the employees.
That's more than any employee.
Comparatively.
6,000.
6,000. Comparatively to the employees.
Wait, hold on. I think I heard 600,000. What did you say?
Yeah. All right. So in 2004, the Walmart employees gave over $5 million collectively to this fund to help one another, and they already get paid shit, but they still want to help each other out.
Okay.
And the Walton family gave $6,000.
Oh,
I can't even handle.
No. My mind corrected that to 600,000. I heard that. I heard 600,000.
My mind.
But then you said 6,000, and I was just like, nah. Okay, so he meant more.
No, $6,000. Yeah.
Okay, so basically what they did is the canned food that was going to expire, they sold to Aldi. And donated it.
Yeah.
Donated the $6,000.
$6,000. They were like,
They woke up. They're like, give me 2 seconds, and they're like 6,000. They're like,
I feel good about that.
Oh no, that's in the couch. Just go grab.
They woke up
in the couch.
You know what?
I feel good about what we did. And then they high-fived each other afterwards. Like
now,
6,000. Oh, you know what's funny that I just realized?
Is that broken down amongst the family?
That's what I think I just realized.
1,000.
1,000 each. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it was.
They're sitting around. They're
I believe so. They did 1,000 each and said, let's put up 1,000 each.
Like, how much can you throw out? He's like, I might be able to do 1,000.
I don't know that for a fact, but that's just a very ironic.
Right.
They're like, maybe
whether or not these numbers are true too.
Right.
But
he's like, I might be able to do 1,000. Like,
see, what's weird about them only?
I can maybe stretch 1,000.
Okay, fine. I'll do 1,000.
I mean, it's charity, right? So you know what? Let's do it.
I feel good.
Let's do it.
I feel good. It makes
that's from their household, right?
Yeah.
So they go to their butlers with a hat and say, "Put in."
Right.
And here's the 1,000.
It wasn't even there still.
Butler. He's like, well, you pay me less than you pay Walmart employees.
Yeah,
and they're like, well, yeah, but the government's giving you a bunch, so put in, bro.
Yo, 6,000.
$6,000.
What does that do?
What
do you do with that?
It doesn't do much. $5 million collectively from all the employees. Granted, there's way more employees than there are the Waltons.
But that's why. That's obviously why.
But
that are going to need health care when there's a crisis.
Exactly. But the Waltons could have done more than $6,000.
That's mind blowing. See, here's the thing. the way
It's insane.
the charity stuff works, when you can't hit that level of money, I assume donating 1% is the perfect amount of tax write-off too.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. I think they're almost willing to pay more taxes instead of giving.
That is ridiculous.
I don't know
That's
what
insane.
to do here.
That's
I
insane.
don't. Okay.
So a couple other things.
I don't want.
Is there
any
more?
Yeah, there's more.
Well, see,
Is it
okay.
that bad?
This is the family, right?
Yeah.
So these guys are great individuals. I know you're getting at.
Everything you've said, obviously they control Walmart, and I would say us paying for healthcare for their employees, where it's clear that they're making enough money they can accept, not less to where they're not billionaires, and take care of it all. So I would say that's a tick against Walmart being good for America.
Oh,
Again,
against
now
Now
let's
I would
talk-
say a lot of these are ticks against
Just a little one. I mean,
Walmart. Yeah.
yeah, and then the 6,000.
Yeah,
I
$6,000
can't do that
bucks,
either.
bro. Yeah.
They don't know how to spend it anyway. They work here. Is that it? Maybe.
It's insane. A couple other points though. The Walton family received a federal tax cut of $91,500 per hour in the 2004 tax year.
Okay.
Per hour.
Tax cut on money they're making individually.
That's a good question. I don't know. Either
Okay.
that or Walmart.
Okay.
One of those. I don't know.
Okay.
Regardless, that's a lot.
When did that happen?
2004.
2004. Yeah, when the recession wasn't happening yet. Because like during the recession, there was tax cuts to kind of spur and help things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know what to do with that. We'd have to see what it's associated with.
Right.
But if that's per hour, that's a large amount of tax cut.
That's
huge.
And we're still paying taxes for their employees to have health care, and they're not even putting into that system
Right.
as much.
Right.
So whatever it pertains to,
They
you
know
can,
how
you
to
can at
win.
least still say that.
Yeah.
That they're not even part of who's paying tax-wise
Right.
for a lot of the health care for their employees.
Mm-hmm. Of course. You thought they would have?
I don't know.
At this point.
I'm disappointed.
So of course. So a couple other things, and this
It's like
is
Walmart
this
up
is-
until now, and now I'm like,
yeah. This is yet
really
again research.
disappointed.
This is research that I started doing once finding out. Once I went to the Forbes list and looked at that and saw the 500 wealthiest people in the world. I then saw and looked at the calculations. All the billionaires together on that list, just the top 500, are worth $6.4 trillion. Okay.
Not bad.
Then I looked up to see
Is
how.
that Forbes list, is that just Americans?
No.
Okay,
Some
it's
of it, it's worldwide, but I would dare
Cool.
to say a lot of them on there are probably from America.
Sure.
And I didn't really have a chance to extrapolate
I'm not
that kind of information.
I was just trying to
But-
get a
but-
feel for where it was from.
But I did want to kind of go with, let's imagine all of them were from America, just to play devil's advocate and do a little bit of probing. So if indeed all of them were,
I don't wanna get
and it's $6.4 trillion that they're all worth,
Yeah.
then I looked up how much money is in existence in the U.S. that we printed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's $10.5 trillion, which essentially leaves only roughly about $4 trillion to
Yeah.
be, spread out through America. Mind you, this is the top 500, they're all billionaires. There's probably still some billionaires that didn't make that list, and millionaires, a lot of millionaires that didn't make, a shitload of fucking millionaires.
I forgot, there's something I heard recently. I'm gonna say this, not knowing if it's exactly true or not.
Yeah.
But that senator that backed up America being an oligarchy.
Yeah.
I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
I'm an adult.
Nice. It felt good.
He was saying the top 1% controlled roughly 40% of the money.
Yeah.
So I would say a lot on that list aren't,
Mm-hmm.
because if I remember right, he did say around 40%, but that doesn't hurt your point in any shape or form.
Okay.
Right.
You're almost controlling half the wealth.
Right.
How much is too much? Are you helping America?
Right.
You're not paying for health care.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like it to
You're
me.
not trying to keep jobs here by charging a
So-
little more, or charging the same and just taking a little less.
Right.
Because you don't even have to mess up your price point.
Right.
Necessarily.
So look at it this way.
Fucking assholes.
if 500 of our wealthiest people in the world hold $6.4 trillion, right?
Yeah.
And there's $10.5 trillion in existence in the U.S.
Yeah.
And that leaves about $4 trillion left.
Yeah.
Right? Then you look at, I also looked up how many people are in the United States, and there's about 313.9 million people in the United States. 500 of that hold $6 trillion. That's insane. That's crazy. There's no way that there's very clear winners and losers here. And how can you become one of those billionaires? The only way to do it in a finite money system is one of those billionaires would have to either lose $1 billion, or a lot of people collectively would have to lose $1 billion in order for you to become that billionaire. It's a horrible fucking system. This is why I don't like the system specifically.
It's a competitive thing, yeah.
It's very competitive, and I
if you're not taking, you're giving.
But what's even more interesting to me is, because I thought about this. So there's $10.5 trillion in existence in the U.S., right? Anybody know what our national debt is?
12?
It's 16. Last time I checked,
it went up.
Last time I checked, it was 16 trillion.
The juice is running.
We only have $10 trillion, and this is collectively through everyone. How are we going to pay that?
I'm going to say this. Who's going to come get it?
Exactly.
Tell you what, China, I'm sitting on my porch.
Right
now.
Yeah.
My shotgun.
Well, China's in the process of getting it right now.
They think
through
so.
Walmart.
They think so. No, I go buy American flags made in America at Walmart.
That's right.
Speaking of, we didn't play the video.
Oh, let's
see how many things are made in China.
Yeah.
I was waiting for. I didn't know if it was like not done.
Yeah, me neither.
It's super done, but I completely forgot.
Well, hey, folks, yet again.
So we, being the awesome Odd Planet team that we are, went out and did some hands-on research. Type stuff.
It's one thing.
I guess I don't know what I'm saying.
Go ahead. It's one thing to see a documentary and hear stuff, but it's good to go see like Made in China, or Made in USA. Is it a good mix?
Yeah.
So we have.
So we're the business, and we do this stuff for you guys.
The business.
So we took the plunge, and we went into Walmart. No, we didn't want to. No.
And there's your boy.
So that you guys didn't.
By the way, hit us up, Twitter @OddPlanetNow, Facebook.com/OddPlanetNow. Let us know your feelings on the video, what we're talking about, all the above.
Let's just know your feelings, actually.
Yeah, let us know how you feeling.
All right, we're going to play it now.
Yo, what's good? Hemi from Odd Planet. Came to Walmart to see how much shit is made in China. Plush animal. Made in China. My new sweet bike. Made in China. Stylish hat in this bitch. Made in China. And apparently things without hearts are made in Indonesia. Awesome smelling shit. Made in America. But with foreign parts and materials. Also made in America. Good old USA. But yet again, imported parts. And when I go to sleep at night, I can rest assured this is made in China. Right there. Want some plastic shit? It's gonna be made with good old USA. Thirsty for knowledge? Made in China. Hello Kitty. Can you guess? Yeah, probably so. Made in Hello Kitty. Can you imagine where it's from? Of course you can. Made in China. Where? There. That's where. Wooden bamboo oil? China, right? Nope. USA. Want to shoot some hoops? You can do so in Vietnam. Duck Dynasty? With the American flag, you already know it's made in the good old US. Nope. China. Right above my thumb.
This here gun, made in USA. This here gun, all parts made in the USA.
What's more American than playing baseball? I don't know. Having stuff made in China. Oh, that's cool. And ironically enough, this was also printed in China. My bad, that's not ironic. Sorry, Nino.
Bicycle.
We're doing something. Made in USA. Dude, I'm totally getting these for my car. And they're made in Taiwan. Made turtle wax? Of course. Made in USA. clear coat pen made in Canada. More American than made in China. China? Made in China? Okay. You don't know? Oh, fucking spark plugs. Who knows what the fuck that is? Made in Germany. Germany. ATL how? And made in America. There. So who would have thought? Apparently super glue is made in, of course no one showed us where it is. One of these days.
Made in Ireland.
Where'd you find it?
This big boy made in Old Mexico.
Somebody's close right now. With light bulbs. Made in fucking China. Were you Lego Batman 2? What would you think?
China.
What do you think is made in China? Air. Alright, dude, I don't really care where this was made, but who the fuck would buy this?
Sleep good.
But if you must know, China. The one thing that you'll always find that's made in the USA, good old American flag. America. Made in motherfucking China, bitch. This shit right here, though? Made in Malaysia.
Where the plane's at?
Ninja Turtles. Made in China.
There it is.
There it
That was awesome. So, obviously it wasn't the best because we weren't technically supposed to be doing that. So, we couldn't set up...
We went undercover.
Yeah, we couldn't set up like a video thing, Majiggy.
We get the news.
So
where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one stopped us from doing it at all, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, no one was even really paying that much of attention or even really gave a fuck.
Eh.
So, if we ever go to court for that, I just want to let y'all know it's not our fault. You have security. They didn't do their job. Maybe you should pay them more. I don't know, but
a
I
little
feel
bit of
like,
healthcare causes people to
I
care.
feel like they might care a little bit more.
Sleep good.
That was...
Yeah.
What was that?
It was a really
What?
weird bag. I don't know why that bag
Now, the
existed.
tag on there was like from the 90s.
Yeah?
That was a really old product in that Walmart.
Wow. So let's also feel free to hit us up Twitter at Odd Planet Now and on Facebook at Odd Planet Now. Let us know if you would buy that bag.
Of a kid sleeping.
Yeah, if you would buy.
I'm a Bulldog fan.
Yeah. If anyone just thinks, you know what, I want to hold a bag of a child that I don't know sleeping on it. Just let us know.
They were
if you-
thinking old lady Bulldog fans.
That's
yeah.
creepy.
They love
bro.
little kids sleeping.
Creepy.
So creepy.
Fucking creepy, bro.
All right. Well, I think... Are we done with Walmart?
Well, except for the homie right here saying, are the Walmart employees made in China? And I think a couple may have been.
Maybe that's why they don't communicate with people.
That's it.
Maybe there's a language barrier.
Yeah, it could be the case. Good point, Joe.
Now, with that being said, how do they get all the different races if they're all made in China?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean...
We have different ones in America. What are you insinuating?
Yeah, what are we getting at now?
Yeah, what are you...
I'm not sure we want to go
What are
this
you trying
way.
to say? Oh,
I
it's
wish
all-
I could
it's
bring
all
up a
white
picture.
people?
Hold on. If a black guy goes to China, I'm not saying there's not black people there, but I saw on Reddit recently where he was taking pictures of people taking pictures of him because it was so uncommon.
That's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Well, that's my stepdad. He's from the Czech Republic or whatever, and he never saw a black person until he moved here.
Wow. That's crazy.
What do you think?
I'd rather not say.
It's funny. I mean, it's funny how that happens because, I mean, it's not necessarily...
I don't communicate with him, FYI. But.
Oh, well, fair enough. But it's weird. And that could be an ignorance thing, you know. You just don't know. And you're like, well, I'm going to make this assumption about a group of people that's unfair and wrong.
Yep.
It happens.
So, with that sad note, let's move on to the funny video of the week.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a me.
Mario.
It's a me.
What a terrible
doggy.
Czech accent.
What, me?
Yeah.
We were not trying to do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
Well, then y'all made horrible
Yeah,
Czech
we all did it
accents.
too.
makes me
I'm so confused.
Close enough.
Close enough. Oh, man.
Someone from the Czech Republic's gonna be like, I hate them.
Pretty excited to check out this vid, though, to be honest
All
with you.
right, and the funny video of the week was picked out by George.
The homie George.
Your boy,
Um,
George.
Let's see here.
That's not it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's mine.
No, that was it. Oh, you didn't go. Oh, now we gotta watch this ad.
Yeah, you can skip it in 2
Only 2
seconds.
seconds. You okay? Did you just bust?
I didn't mean to sound like that, but I did sound
weird.
like that. All
Well, hit the
right.
goddamn play button, bro.
This is me hitting the play button.
Good. Now hit the skip ad button.
Look, see, that didn't take that long. I don't really know what the game part is. What's going on?
Yes. Okay. Just went to the bathroom. That was my foreign exchange roommate. He has been driving me nuts lately with pranks and stuff like that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him back. You see, he's got this Windows 7 PC, and it's really cool and stuff. But what I did was I put on this internet maze thing because it's almost Halloween. My little friend, I call him CIO Wiggins. Hello. Really good.
I appreciate it. Fast forward.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Foreign exchange pants.
What's gonna happen here?
Undrar om jag tog på något bit.
What's he grabbing?
When he looks back, he's
What is going on?
that's it.
Yo.
That was me.
That was me. This dude jumped through the window.
Sorry.
Wow.
He looks back. He's like,
Wow, that's hilarious. Wow.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go with it. That was fake.
I think it could have been, but if
Just for the simple fact he has this Windows 7 PC and it's really cool.
Yep.
I mean, I don't
'Cause
know.
that's
Right
not
before he's
cool.
about to prank.
Yeah.
So if it is, good call with viral marketing. How many views? 6 million?
Yeah.
Yep. Done. Well done. It was still funny.
Yeah, no, that shit was definitely funny. That's amazing. Wow, the homie Joe said that bag was made in Neverland Ranch.
I agree.
Wow.
All right. So I think it's time to move on to the gay if question.
I'm excited because this is the first time it's not been brought by, well, us, obviously. I'm dumb.
What are you trying to say here?
I'm trying to say, and I'm ready to hear a gay question, I guess. I don't know what I was trying to say, to be honest. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Please tell me this deals with rain.
Let me warm up my hands
He's warming up
first,
his
and you
hands
tell
for
me
the
if
gay
this
question.
is gay.
This is gay right now.
Yes.
Alright, stop smiling.
Don't smile. Right? Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
okay,
Okay,
got
Is it gay if
weird.
you smile after?
All
Yes.
right.
That's creepy. Creepy.
You're at a club,
Okay.
Alright, let's go. I'm on a club.
and there's this beautiful woman. Woo! Smoking.
Is she smoking?
No.
Okay.
But her body is. You make eye contact, you over, conversation, dance a little bit, grind together. Wonderful night.
Oh, yeah.
It's going well.
Sounds like last night.
You both get drunk, hammered. Then you end up taking a cab. You're both drunk, and you're okay. This is cool. All right. She gives you a blowjob in the cab.
You finish?
Huh?
You finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely finish.
In the mouth?
Yeah. She's
Nice.
amazing.
Nice.
Very nice professional lady.
I have a feeling I know where this is going, but
You
I
probably
might
do.
too. I might.
So that's it. Dropped off where she needs to be. Then you're dropped off where you need to be.
Mhm.
What the guy doesn't know was this was a she-male, and he will never know.
Mm-hmm.
Born male, now female? Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and say the goods were added to give the physique, and this person's good at hair and makeup.
The goods were added. Uh-huh. So he's not going to call her back? I mean,
This is a purely they never exchanged numbers kind of thing.
it's just something seems rude there.
He
But
would,
let's
he would
move
probably
on.
he would probably want to. Let's say because he's drunk, he didn't
Right.
didn't know to ask and just had a really good time.
What's the dude?
Okay.
Did they high
Is-
five after?
Is that gay? Is it gay if
No.
a she-male sucks you off
And you finish.
and you finish in a
ma-
guy's
and you
mouth?
never know?
In his mouth.
But I mean, the person obviously identifies as a female,
Right.
and you never knew,
Right.
And we'll never know.
Yeah. I would say,
I'm saying no.
yet again, and this is just how we're going to have to break it down.
The act is gay.
The act of it is gay because we know, outsider looking in,
What's even
we
funnier?
know that it's a dude sucking a
Yeah.
dude off.
What's funny
That-
is the person getting sucked off. He's really attracted to the situation.
Mhm.
But I'm going to go ahead and say if he were to find out, it would be I'm throwing up, washing myself, trying to scrub off what happened.
Right. Well, so here's the thing, though. So it's a dude.
Not that that's disgusting to be with a she-male. I'm just saying this guy would not. He wouldn't enjoy it. He
Right.
would be
Well,
upset
it's
that
a huge
happened.
mind fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a huge mind fuck. So all right. So dude's getting his dick sucked by another dude, but has no clue it's another dude. So essentially, yeah, the act of it, I would say, would be gay. But you're right though. He enjoyed it, so he
and was
liked.
attracted
And
to
he was attracted
what he thought
to
was her.
what he thought was a girl. So
Yeah.
it looks like a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he was attracted to the idea behind that, and even in his mind, he was thinking like, "Dude, this hot chick is sucking my dick." He wasn't like, "Dude, this hot chick is
I'm gonna
totally
go.
a
I'm gonna go ahead and
dude."
say he's like this.
Right.
Just-
Yeah. So I would say that
was a good night.
I would say even though the act of it is gay, I would say that doesn't make him gay.
Okay.
For it.
So we're back to that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because that's essentially just what it is.
I'm pretty sure you say it for every single question then.
But is
Well, no, because y'all didn't say it for my first original one.
I say it's not gay.
I would say he's not gay.
I would say
yeah, no, he's definitely not gay. I would definitely say
Because
that.
if it was a dude the whole time, the
But
question is
even though is the act of it truly though?
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a dude sucking your dick.
But it's someone that
gonna say
identifies
it's- I'm
themselves
saying
as a
it's not.
female and acting like a female, and it's a female action
It's a dude.
almost.
It's a dude. The chromosomes. It's a dude.
I'm saying no.
I'm saying the act of it, yes.
What makes you a dude?
What do you mean? What makes you a dude?
Yeah.
A penis does.
Well, that's been removed.
Okay, the
We'll
penis
say
is gone.
post-op.
Post-op.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But still, chromosome is still there. You're still a dude.
Why is it there?
Just the chromosome.
I mean, that's the only thing at this point that's making you a dude. And maybe your Adam's apple, unless you got that removed too. Did you get that removed?
Let's say everything that can be done's been done,
Yeah.
and you're feminine. They figured out how to make a hole down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Is it still is the act still gay at
No.
that point?
I
Because
mean-
this creature, this
has changed everything over. I get that.
feels inside themselves that they're female.
Let's look at it this way.
I made this very complex.
Let's look at it this way. if you're a gay dude, okay,
Yeah.
and you're fucking a dude,
Yeah.
and the dude's like, you know what? I want to change everything. I want to be a girl. I want to change everything to be
Yeah.
a girl.
Well, a gay dude wouldn't hit on this person. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. They were already together.
Yeah.
They were in love.
Mm-hmm.
So, love. Now, the dude is now completely a girl, changed everything
Mm-hmm.
over. Is he straight now?
I don't know. I would dare to say he would have to change how he feels. to
About
accept
what?
this new person, because they are a completely different person.
Right, he would have to change essentially what he's attracted
And this
to.
has happened to straight couples where the guy's like, I want to become a chick, and then the wife's like, I have to accept this or I have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So, are they still straight?
I mean, yeah, I'd say so. If it's a dude and a chick, then
But-
fucked. But when he changes
But
over, if he changes completely over,
His name is now Tina,
yeah. But yet again,
and
he's still-
everything's been removed.
he's-
It makes him
Well, that's
kind of the male figure.
Yeah, that's a difficult scenario. Yet again, I mean, still technically speaking,
What's crazy about this is the gay if part. Like, a gay guy's not going to hit on this because on this person I'm mentioning, because they've changed everything and look like a woman, and that's what they believe they are, and that's what they've changed to.
that's what they're attracted to.
Yeah, so they actually are causing they're causing straight guys to be attracted to them,
Yeah, but,
which is what a female would do.
right.
That's a tough one.
It's tough. I mean, yet again, I think that since at the core,
That was the
at
Where's
the-
Waldo
at
of
the
gay
ab-
ifs.
At the absolute core, it's still a dude sucking your dick. It's still a dude. It's
So,
born a dude.
What do you
Still a
what do you
dude.
say? What do you say, George?
I'm saying it's not gay.
Okay, just not gay. Is there a reason?
I mean,
Did this happen?
yeah.
George is like, you don't know where love comes from. You don't know. It's love, bro.
Yeah, you can love you can love whoever. I'm not opposed to gay people at all.
I love without labels.
So,
But
no.
it's nice to label so you know what you're dealing with.
Is that what you said? Because he
No.
just said you said that.
I'm sorry.
Camera's still on you,
So
George.
yeah,
Okay, he's never gonna know this is a guy.
right.
Is the part that gets to me. Like I'm saying it's not.
He's saying we
Yeah.
know because we're an outside,
Yeah,
and
but
that's the
he-
scenario I
Yeah,
explained.
since
But
we're
he-
the outside
okay.
ones, I think the act of
Okay,
it is
then
gay.
if we take it personal, let's say it happened to you, I would be like, you're not gay, bro.
No, I know, and I would also me in my head, even after finding out, I'd be like, no, I'm definitely not gay because I thought it was a fucking girl, like, and then you know what I mean.
And you would say, I don't even think that was gay.
You said what?
I no, like
No, but yet again, the act of it though,
I
the
don't
act of
think
it is
the act of
gay,
it is
but
gay.
I am not. It was still a dude sucking your dick.
but that dude's not labeling himself as a dude.
Okay, but the chick that's fucking you in the butt with a dildo is not labeling herself as a dude.
Yeah, but that dick is.
Oh, hold on,
David.
Yeah.
no. See, that's exactly what I'm getting at. So technically speaking, that is not gay. It was a female.
I'm saying-
that was
I'm
fucking
saying
you.
that's
she's
cop-
not labeling herself as a
I'm
dude.
saying that's copying a penis going inside your body.
no,
it has
no,
nothing
here it
to
is,
do
here it
with
is.
who's doing it.
They're doing a gay act, and this is a straight act.
No, gay people suck dicks all the time. That could
See,
be a gay
there we
act
go.
too.
I found one that causes different opinions. All right.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
That could be a gay act too.
I'm saying
You're still having a dude suck your dick. And it's still gay. The act of it is
the
still.
dude thinks he's a female.
No, I agree, and that's why
And
he's
he
not gay.
thinks it's a female. She's a female.
Right. That's
He's a
why.
female.
That's why he doesn't look at it as gay, and she. Here's the thing, though.
She doesn't either.
Well, she might because she.
I'm leaning 75% that it's not a gay act, but 25% it
I'm saying
is.
it's not gay.
There's
I would say it's a
part of
gay
me-
act, but
there's part of me that
I would
still
say-
says gay act.
I would say it's a gay act.
Hmm.
He's not gay. She or he is technically gay and knows in the back of her or his mind is sitting there thinking like I'm a
Okay,
dude
with that-
sucking
with-
another dude's dick.
Hold on. What about that 8-year-old? That's a boy.
I don't know if I want to bring an 8-year-old boy into this conversation.
No, not that part, but just the 8-year-old grew up acting like a female without any cause.
Oh, didn't we watch that?
I think we saw a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And she's older now, and I never thought otherwise.
Right.
What if that person was the one that ended up in the scenario I discussed when they got older?
Oh, but it was a girl?
No, no,
Wait,
it's
no,
a
it was a
boy.
female
It's a boy that just acted as a female from day one.
Right, so you're
without any outside environment change or anything, and identified as such.
Uh-huh.
And if no one said, "Hey, you shouldn't act like this," would have just grown up acting like a female.
Right.
Probably would have done the situation I'm talking about. Is that gay?
But you're saying that human that you're mentioning
Uh-huh.
is the girl in the situation in the car?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they would remain a girl.
yet again, chromosome-wise, still a dude.
Right.
But I agree. I
never understood what a dude was.
No, I get that. No, I know. But that's
until the day that someone was like,
that's in the mind. That's not in the genetics.
Right.
That's
okay. Well, that's when you said in the back of their mind they think they're a dude. I was like, what if that's not there? Because there are going to be people that are like, I don't.
Oh no,
I was never identified as
right,
a dude.
right, and that's why I was just saying in that one particular instance that might be the case.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, then obviously that's still gay. Now for that I agree. That would be different. You know, feels like a girl, whatever. But if dude found out that it was a dude, technically speaking, he'd still be like, oh, dude, that's gay. Like his first initial thought would be like, oh, that was fucking gay. But then he'd be like, he'd sit down and he would really think, and he'd be like, but I'm not.
No,
gay.
see, if that happened to me, I wouldn't think that.
You wouldn't think that was gay.
No.
You wouldn't think a dude sucked my dick. I mean, dude, if I
honest.
dressed
the
up,
shock factor would be there. There'd be a shock factor.
If I dressed up,
I'd be
as
like,
a
wow.
female,
I'd be like, wow, he really
That was a
was a
good
female.
trick.
if I dressed up as a female, and you had no clue it was me,
No,
and
hold
I
on,
was
hold
like, so hey George, and then and dick sucking happened, not
With that
by me,
beard?
but someone else,
That's what I was
and
saying,
with that beard.
Man, that's
and
a
then
lovely-
later I
Oh, I
was
got a
like,
sweet
and then
spread.
later I was like, ta-da, motherfucker!
That
It
was a
me.
lovely woman
you
beard.
You wouldn't be like, dude, that's fucking gay. Like you just sucked my dick. Like you wouldn't do
I
that.
would think you're gay.
I know, but exactly. That's what I'm getting at. It's still gay. It's a gay act, but you wouldn't be gay. You were
gay.
tricked. You were tricked.
You
I
were
would-
gay because you said ta-da.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I said ta-da, motherfucker, which makes it a little bit more G'd up.
You're an angry gay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like that. I don't know, bro. I think
If you're dressing as a
and
girl to
that's-
suck my dick,
and
then I think that you're gay, bro. Like, if you're
That
trying,
is a different scenario.
that is a way different scenario.
That's no. How is that different?
She did not do this to suck this guy's dick.
You don't identify yourself as a female
Yeah,
and go
she's-
through a whole bunch of changes.
she's like-
you just said I
Right.
threw on some clothes
So
and
it's like
like,
George's dick. That's what you're saying.
gotcha.
April Fools,
Wait,
man.
sorry. I didn't say it right. I should have been like, gotcha, motherfucker.
April Fools. I don't know, bro. I think both situations would be gay. Yet again, I don't think you would be gay. You thought it was a girl, but
that's gay.
I think the act is still gay. It's a dude sucking your dick. Shit's gay, bro.
Oh, all right. We need to get through this.
I feel
night.
like we argue about this more than anything else.
This matters. Who
Right.
cares about Walmart?
Right. Walmart, economy, whatever. Is it gay if?
Okay, that's the only reason I'm here on the show.
That's
It's
amazing.
for the gay if.
That's it.
That's it.
So, a couple other things that have been said on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
We got
You have one of those?
we have the comment that said China can eat a dick too or whatever. Then we have then he said a lot of greedy ass people. It must be shitty over there because they keep coming here and opening takeouts. LOL. And then somebody named Oliver Shui or whatever, I may have mispronounced that, just now said, LOL, they want to take over Taiwan too, but instead of opening takeouts, they try to take our men.
Hey, that's a big deal. Taiwan. Y'all know the origin of Taiwan.
I do not.
Taiwan, in the 1930s, and then going up to World War II, and then right after World War II, the late 40s and early 50s, if I'm remembering right, I could be a little off year-wise. We supported a General Chiang Kai-shek, and then there was the Communist General Mao, and they were fighting for control. Yeah, Mao. He had a simple
General Mao?
Yeah, it
So
sounds
he's a
like
cat. General Mao.
Yeah.
Mao.
Well, he was the leader. I should
Clearly.
say.
The lead cat.
But they
Support.
and basically one was trying to make democracy happen.
Was it the dude trying to suck you off or
Yeah.
something?
Oh God!
I
And the
agree.
other was trying to make communism happy.
Yeah.
The people that lost were the democracy went to Taiwan, and that's why China wants to go. Shut up and whoop ass there. But Taiwan believes one day they will go back and take over China.
Ah.
And it's actually we call it Taiwan, but I think they call it the People's Republic of China in Taiwan,
Word. A couple other
or the
comments that have
free
been made
something.
on the...
I could be slightly wrong.
You're always
You could
wrong.
be.
There's details,
A
big ones usually.
couple other comments that have been made on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Kyle Conway, yet again, shout out to the homie Kyle Conway. He said his computer's fucking up, and he said hopefully he can get
So
back
good.
on. But if not, he said it's a great show. So appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the support, man. He said, I fuck with Walmart because every ATLian sticker I put there months ago is still there. Shout out Walmart for supporting ATLian Workshop.
They don't
Word
care.
life. Appreciate that, bro. By the way, ATLian Workshop. Yeah. And fucking Joe also said, Nino is basically saying everything I'm thinking, but I'd rather just keep my comments short and just tell people to eat dicks.
He gets the same point across.
Corporations
Is
are
it gay
Yeah.
if you're eating dick for hating Walmart?
I don't know. I feel like you're doing it for a purpose. There's no sexual thing involved, so no.
No, it's for justice.
Eat dicks
for the show.
justice. Let's start a movement, folks.
Next short video we show you will be
said,
really inappropriate.
He said, corporations are horrible for our country. That's why our economy is in the shit. We need to fire everyone in Congress because, as Michael Jackson liked to say, they are ignorant. And then he put,
You're ignorant.
that's ignorant.
Man,
Don't be ignorant.
don't do that. Oh, wait, is that the South Park?
Yeah.
I couldn't really see it on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's the Michael Jackson dressed up as like fucking Link from Zelda.
Or Peter Pan, because it's Wonderland.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
like saying it's Link from Zelda. Let's see what else. I feel like there's other shit that's going on. Is it gay if George doesn't like Spider-Man?
Yes.
Also brought to you by George. This needs to be discussed. Yes, it is in fact gay that George doesn't like Spider-Man.
That was the greatest thing that's been said on the show so far. Like,
Yeah.
mad shout out to that
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, good old Joe. Yeah, it's definitely gay.
You're right.
Absolutely.
He said you're right. It's
Way
gay.
to not like a young teenager
And tights.
man in tights.
I know,
How dare
right?
you?
I just can't.
We all love him. I love
Who
him.
cries a lot?
You need to step your game up.
Oh, my uncle died.
All right, okay, so we'll move on to the...
It matters.
I got a couple second topics here.
Couple.
Yeah, we're moving
Is that what
on.
we're doing?
Just so y'all know,
Things are happening.
we knew nothing about the second topics. So
No, that's not true.
Nothing.
You got the text.
we knew nothing about
You
it.
got two.
I was about to-
Two of the
I was
three
about to dip
topics.
out.
There was a
So
text.
we're not ready for this.
Okay.
But let's see what
All right.
happens.
No, I'm going to go look at the text. Let's see what happens
Did
here.
any of us respond to it?
Yep.
What did we say?
Oh, shit. Did I respond to it?
I don't know. Did I? What? We didn't respond to that
No,
shit.
no fucking
We
way.
didn't respond to it.
Hell no,
It
we're too busy
says
sucking
red.
dicks. Red?
Like RED?
Reddit.
Like
George.
RED?
Like on Reddit? Like you put it on Reddit? How are we supposed to know you posted that?
Okay. All right. We want to play games. We'll play games.
Anyway, we didn't know. So let's see what we got. Does that
right.
have our phone numbers and shit?
Oh. No.
I hate you.
All right.
You
Second
didn't
topic
even
question
check
mark.
first.
All right.
Net neutrality
Ladies,
and
hit me up.
Jay-Z Solange scuffle. Heads up, I don't like storms. George is scared of storms also.
Just
Within the same
I feel like
text.
this is normal. Yes, I don't like storms, and it was storming when I came over, so I was just like, heads up, if I start crying, I don't like storms.
Yeah.
I don't like storms.
But I do want to point out that George has been a G this whole time. Didn't even
Yeah.
flinch.
He didn't need a thunder buddy.
Well, I've only heard it a couple times, but
Fuck you, thunder. You could suck a dick. It's all about dicks. That's what it is. Thank you, Ted, for
Odd
that.
Dick. It's a new show.
That's amazing.
Or Dick Planet.
All right, so I wanted to bring up net neutrality real quick.
What's that?
Oh, you didn't look
Tell the
up.
people.
You didn't look up the text.
I looked it up. I looked it up. Tell people what it is, though.
Net neutrality is something. Basically, it makes it to where anyone that starts a business, gets on the internet, they get equal treatment. There's no fast lanes, no slow lanes, no extra money you have to pay to make stuff happen. That's net neutrality. It's being threatened right now, and in a pretty bad way. Netflix and some of the bigger companies like Hulu are going to have to. I guess we're starting comments.
Yeah, people care about it.
Yeah, they're going to try to force it to where they have to pay more. Certain companies have to pay more to use the internet for their business. You go to Europe, that's law already. It's already protected. We don't have that yet. And I wanted to point out this dude right here, just so people can put a face with it. This is Tom Wheeler. He is the head of the FCC, which is going to be he's going to kind of make this or not make this happen. Tom Wheeler used to be a lobbyist for Comcast, which is a huge deal because obviously Comcast would like to charge companies more for fast lanes in the internet. So there's already biased things at work here. And with that being said, Tom Wheeler was also appointed directly by Mr. Obama, which is another thing that kind of made me say, okay, he's just appointed. Granted, a lobbyist that works in that industry may be good for this position because he'll know the ins and outs. But at the end of the day, I want to be like, he was in the pocket of Comcast. How can he fairly judge how the internet should be. And like you said earlier, the internet's one of the biggest inventions, if not
It's
the biggest.
amazing. It's amazing, and I
They're
think,
about to change how it functions.
No, I know, and that's bullshit.
That's terrifying.
It needs to. It needs and yo. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, if they do that,
Yeah.
I could see a revolution happening. People aren't gonna fuck with that shit. You
A
can't.
lot of people don't even know about it.
Right, and that's that fucking
the,
sucks.
The time,
and,
the
and
time,
hopefully,
the time they'll revolt is when their Netflix slows down. They're like, "Why can't I watch this movie?"
exactly.
Hey, all right.
if the internet changes and isn't as open and free, yet again, of course you have to pay for internet, but I mean free to kind of do whatever, say whatever.
Free on the other side, where anyone
Yeah.
who wants to post something, it can be just the same
Right.
speed as.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that changes, there's going to be huge problems. Because that's only the first step.
Yeah,
Then because then it's going to
they're
be like,
gonna see
oh,
what
by
they
the
can
way,
get away
we're
with.
yeah, okay, cool. Now we're going to censor what you want to say. There's no
Like
no
some
rules.
parts of the world.
There's no rules against no rules on that, and that needs to change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It needs. The internet is literally one of the most amazing and can be terrifying inventions that's happened. We now have the ability. You wouldn't be looking at us right now and hearing our point of view if it wasn't for the internet. It wouldn't exist. And to me, I think that freedom of speech is fucking amazing and it's awesome. And I don't think that you can
Does
throttle
this go
the speed
against
of it.
that?
I think it can. I
In
think
a sense,
I think in a certain sense it can, because then you're allowing money to be like, hey, okay, cool. Well, we're gonna throttle your speeds. You're gonna be okay though, and that's fucked up. That's not cool at all, because we don't do it right now. We don't have to do that right now. I think everything needs to be fair. End of story. That don't bring your money bullshit to the internet. Don't bring that fucking way of bullshit thinking to the internet. This is a completely different society where people can say what they want. That people talk shit all the time. People also say awesome things all the time. That it's a very diverse community that lives on the internet, but everyone does. Everyone's on it. My mom is on the internet. There's super, and yet again, not saying my mom is, other people, there's super old people right now that are on the fucking internet. Like, the world is on the internet. Don't fuck with it. That's fucked up. Not cool.
yeah.
So fuck that shit, bruh.
Well, I mean, I like the fact I don't know if I had mentioned this before, but there's not a company, but an organization that's trying to put satellites in space that's going to give free internet to the world,
Which sounds awesome to me.
which will bypass a lot of this, and it's going to bypass all the censoring that's happening in North Korea and China,
Yeah.
and force people, and even in Turkey and some of the other places, they're going to be forced to see how the world actually is, and they're going to probably be like, oh, why do I have to get slapped at the end of the workday?
Yeah.
Because I'm terrible at my job. So that's that. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. Right now, he's kind of fallen back because there's been a ton of people going against it. Google, Microsoft, all these companies are getting up and speaking out against it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, like it was said earlier, corporations are bad. There are corporations that are good and even have good intentions. So you can't say they're all bad, but you do need to look at how and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And when you see a company go, hey, no, that's wrong, and you're like, okay, their intentions are good.
I would say there's a lot of corporations with influence that are bad. A lot of corporations
Of course.
that are trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
start
yeah.
up that are good. So no, I agree, and it's the same thing as people. There's bad people. There's good people.
Yeah.
There's always going to be
and the corporation can change
of
every
course,
generation
of course.
depending on what they're trying to achieve.
But I do agree that a vast majority of corporations are can be bad, because a lot of corporations, just the model itself is to get as much money as it can. Now the question is, while doing that, are they ethical or are they not ethical?
Yeah.
And that's where the problem lies. The ethics that a lot of these corporations have, it's fuck shit. Want to point out though, Tasha said George is a pussy, and then she said, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. LOL.
For what?
The storm shit probably.
Hey.
Also,
Thunder.
Joe mentioned. He said, going back to the gay thing, he said that's a hard one. No pun
It's a
intended.
hard one.
And then he said, I'd say it's not gay, but like him,
There
he
you go.
said the act of it is gay. Like him, he said the act of it is gay, which is what I
You
said.
dressing up to suck my dick is pretty gay.
No, that wasn't. No, that's not what they were
That's
referring
next
to.
week's
No, I
question.
agree. That would be gay if I did that. It would be gay. I'm not doing that, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
don't want that.
We
bro.
need this for the show.
So,
So
This
if
is
you
the
could
next
go-
the next short
No?
video we show next week.
not doing it.
Like, you know, we show the interviews and the Walmart thing next week. It's gonna be a little X-rated.
We're gonna get.
We're gonna find out what's really gay.
We're gonna get down to business.
We're gonna find out what's gay and what's not gay. The gay way.
physically.
Physically.
Well, that's gay.
Something that one of the homies, Isaac, just said.
Yeah.
He said SpaceX, owned by Tesla, who's doing that, I believe. He said, and Gates. Gates is already doing free internet on major cities. And he said, I fuck with Tesla, SpaceX. And he gave me a link here. It says, the Outernet wants to give internet to the entire world.
Yep. That's them.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about.
So word. Shout out Isaac. Appreciate it, bro.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's and I think that's fucking dope. I think free internet fucking makes sense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's a way that we all connect to each other. Like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think that we should fucking. Now, of course, if you're a business, you're gonna be like, dude, how can we make money off of this awesome technology? But like, don't do it. There's no need to. If they can do it for free, let them fucking do it for free. That could benefit many
I
people.
would say right now there's infrastructure that kind of has to be paid for, and I get charging money for that.
Of course, to build it. Of course.
But
and even upkeep.
when technology gets to a point where there's a couple satellites in space and everyone can have it,
yeah.
and then you're like, how much we should pay? What, $10 for it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
We pay about 6 times more than most countries right now,
Well, yeah.
but we're spread out, which
Yeah.
is kind of a problem too.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Net neutrality needs to be protected. If you need a number of who to call, you can go to Reddit. I think it's still the top post there. Reddit's doing a big thing.
And actually,
Reddit.com.
Actually, what we can do, we'll also post links in our description on how you can help.
You can directly call the FCC and give
With
them a
that.
hard time,
Yes.
basically, and it's actually causing them to
done it
rewrite
8
the
times
law
today
in a lot of
already.
ways.
And if you're watching this,
Not
even
if,
if
when.
even if you're watching it on YouTube, feel free to kind of post like around this time so people know and say go do this, because it's the internet. This is for everyone. Let's make sure it's not fucked with.
Yeah.
That's asinine. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next?
The next thing is
The big one.
the Jay-Z
Yep.
Solange thing, right?
The what? Who? I've never heard of it.
Solange.
No, you said it right. I
Solange.
was just saying.
Solange.
Oh God, dude, there you
They
go.
all
Some
Beyonce.
oligarchies.
Do we need to show the scuffle?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let people
We need to show the
see
picture I
what's
posted on
going
Facebook.
here. Yeah, I know, right? Pizza by Solange.
These guys.
Oh wow, by Solange, yeah.
Let's hear the Team Z.
All right, folks. Wow, look at the like versus dislike ratio.
Let's hear it. Oh, I hear the Team Z. Oh, I missed it.
There's pretty much no audio here, so we see Beyonce getting on. We see Solange getting on. Jay-Z in the white, and what appears to be a bodyguard.
He's like, dude, what's going on? Let me hit this button. Oh shit, yo, bitch,
Solange gets pretty mouthy
what are you doing?
with
You
her
just-
feet.
Her feet. She's still talking that shit. Realizes her arms are fucked. I'm gonna kick him. Jay-Z said, yo.
The best thing to watch is Beyonce sitting there.
Yeah, Beyonce's just kind of chilling, like do. I also want to mention that it'd be really funny if just regular elevator music is playing this whole time.
Smooth
'Cause
jazz.
That's kind of how I picture it. It's very peaceful in there.
I would
aside
like it to
from the
open on
yelling
the
and
way
kicking.
down, and someone see what's happening and be like, maybe next one.
Like,
Maybe the next one.
Look at it. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna push every floor. This door needs to open. I just picture him like throwing her out of the elevator like Uncle Phil did Jazz.
Well, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Jay-Z and Beyonce are talking right now.
They're like, anyway, so how'd you like the?
He's like, I'm sorry. What you want me to do? I'm sorry, sir.
You wouldn't break a grape in a grape fight, a food fight or whatever. I don't know the lyrics.
In a grape fight?
Oh,
Why are people having grape fights?
I was using 99
You're not very
problems.
grape at this.
No,
Huh?
no, grape rape.
Wow. Okay, it's not good.
Oh, grape ape. Sorry.
Yeah, don't. Grape
Grape
rape doesn't
rape.
need to grape rape anybody. They just whine about it.
So what's going on? Yeah, she's still talking.
Nothing?
Shit? She's still talking
Still,
shit.
still mouthing off.
Nothing. I get nothing for that joke?
I'm sorry.
I said grape ape doesn't need to grape rape anybody. They would just whine about it.
Fine,
I get it.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
That's an old joke.
About raping people?
Because it takes a long time to make wine.
I hate you.
I mean, just a decent amount of time.
What's she doing now? She's just trying to
Still
discuss.
talking.
Look, this is why I wanted to kick him. Okay, so I kicked him.
Look, that threesome we had last night was horrible.
Oh. Well, if you see someone, you're like, she's like a
And
masculine
she's still
version.
talking that shit though. Does it? Well, I guess we'll talk about it after this is done.
For the new TMZ, by the way.
Yeah, thanks TMZ. By the way,
For-
we see you.
No, thanks to the security guy using his phone to film it.
Look, TMZ
then
is on
selling
here
it to
3 times. The top right, kind of up there, and then watermarked. Thanks,
Brandon.
goddamn TMZ. We know. We get it.
Actually,
You're
who did
here.
this? Who covered
Thanks.
that?
Hold on, bitch.
Yeah, she's not done. She's mad.
Oh, now you missed your chance to get off. Good job, Jay. Jay's like, nah, open that door. Fuck that. You getting off.
Get that bitch out of here.
We're going to continue down. You're going to get off here.
The door keeps trying to close. It's so
You
nuts.
ready, B?
You ready, B? What if he like,
Damn.
Hey,
she
no,
ain't
he said
playing.
something else.
what if like them two left and then Jay-Z like closed the door and it was just them two?
Yeah, what needs to happen, Beyonce, you can get off by yourself. So just get off.
Yeah, you can defend yourself.
And then,
Just go, man.
there you go. All right, Jay, you get off.
So,
Good God. Hey, really, you just all walk out like that?
yeah.
Paparazzi, bro. Take
That's
pictures.
amazing.
So,
I'll kind of explain some of the things I've heard.
Okay.
I've heard some stuff too.
He runs her music career. And it could have been something along the lines like, it's not going anywhere.
Solange's?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I've never heard one Solange
Right,
song.
so it's not going well.
Okay.
I've heard the rumor it may be associated with that. She's not happy how he's handling it or anything like that. And it may be just a polite, like, you're terrible, but I'll keep acting like I'm part of your career kind of thing. And the very next morning, Beyonce posted pictures with her saying, oh, good morning, me and my sister. That's everything I've seen and heard.
So, what does that mean? Like, what are you...
Well,
are you
Beyonce,
insinuating
there was no
something?
bad blood between the sisters.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, clearly, she wasn't trying to beat up Beyonce.
Right. I know, but still, with all that going on, the very next day you release some pictures on Twitter.
Well, you realize that if people will see that video, then hey,
Yeah,
we probably
maybe
need
it's to make
we
it
need to
easy.
show that we're okay.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, you didn't see any pictures of Solange and Jay be like, "Hey, from the studio, what's going on, guys?" That didn't happen.
They did.
So yeah, okay. So that's one thought. Okay, brought to you by Tasha. Tasha said she's a terrible artist. LOL. Word. I've never heard anything from Solange, but shout out to Solange, and hopefully everything goes well for you.
Doug, don't antagonize her, man. She'll be over here whooping her ass.
I'm okay with that.
kicking us.
I doubt I'll ever see her on an elevator. She's not watching.
If I get in an elevator with her, I'm
She's not gonna
crying.
watch all the way through an Odd Planet fucking
crying.
Yeah, no, she
episode
will.
anyway to find this. Right when we start talking about.
Hey, it's doing as well as her music career.
Don't say that.
Did I just ruin us?
That's-
Yes, I know, right?
What do we have to hit?
I feel like we're above that.
We might be doing a little better than Solange. Well, not now. She's
Not
now
now,
on TMZ.
not now.
We need to go beat up people in elevators. All right.
Next short
hit
video.
us up.
Hit us
Twitter
on
Wow.
elevators.
Do that at Odd Planet Now on Twitter or
Bet you won't.
Facebook at Odd Planet
Bet you
Now.
won't.
Let us know what kind of dumb shit we should go do to try to get more exposure, because this might blow Solange up. People might start checking her out.
They might.
I mean,
That's what it was.
I
That's what it
didn't.
was. There's no beef. She walks in the elevator and was like,
You know what?
Man.
Marketing ploy.
if I kick this guy.
Oh, yeah, just a publicity stunt?
So she knows they can. She knows there's no audio or whatever. And she's just blabbing about nothing. She's
Yeah.
probably like, cows in the pasture. And she just starts kicking him.
Cows in the back.
Baloney!
Maybe that. And do you think maybe Jay would actually be a little bit more scared because she's yelling cows in the pasture?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, what the fuck? And
Imagine
Josh is
how
just sitting there.
terrifying that is. Cows in the pasture! And he's like, oh my fucking god, I don't, yeah. Okay, alright, we'll get you cows in the pasture. Solange.
Anyway, other rumors. There's obviously a lot of weird ones. I've heard stuff about, Jay-Z like hitting, Beyonce and stuff.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
heard that
obvious.
too.
Yeah, which is obvious.
You ready, B? You better block!
And then the
Before you get hit the block. Ooh.
I actually heard somebody say that he did have 99 problems, but this bitch might have been one. So that's something to keep in mind. Solange may be the one. Fucking, I heard that, and of course this is probably complete bullshit, that they had like some kind of a threesome.
That's what
thing.
I said. That's what I said. That because
Yeah, but
earlier,
she's like a masculine version of Beyonce.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Solange. I'm going to be honest. I think Beyonce got all like the really attractive
She looks like
genes.
she played tennis or something.
Yeah.
Like the Williams sisters. He got that beefy powerhouse
Yeah,
look.
Solange to me just doesn't really seem that attractive.
Time to look at the phone. Trail off. Not attractive.
not so.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm in charge of this. I
You
have
are
to
in charge,
Keep up
so
with
keep up with the people.
Gonna yet again at Odd Planet Now on Twitter and Facebook.com/OddPlanetNow. Feel free to comment. Let us know how you feel about things. If you like the show, let us know. If you hate the show, let us know. If you know of anything
Please
that
let
would
us
make
know.
the show better or even worse, let us know what your thoughts
Preferably
are.
worse.
We want to know how to
If you want us to
like,
cut the audio and like blur all our faces and everything, then
We'll do it.
We'll do it so fast.
So just let us fucking know, folks.
If you want sock puppets to tell all this,
Oh, they're gonna want sock puppets now. Don't give them.
that's
those
going to be more
options.
enjoyable.
Yeah,
Oops.
now we got to make sock puppets.
No one heard that.
All right, moving on. I don't have any video or anything for this, unfortunately. But have y'all heard about the Nigerian kidnapping? Probably, yes.
No.
No, I haven't
No.
actually.
No.
Are y'all for real?
I mean,
I
Are
don't-
y'all for real?
That's why we do this once a week, so we can learn new
This is
things
one
from
of
you.
I'm just saying, I don't watch TV or anything, so I don't really
Yeah,
know
me
much
neither.
about it.
Gotcha.
Anything.
This is one of the few things I saw Twitter be useful.
Yeah?
There was roughly around 300 Nigerian girls.
Oh no, I did
From
hear
school.
this. Yeah, I heard this. Yeah.
Keep
Oh,
talking.
you
I-
mean that? Okay.
Keep talking. I might have heard it.
Yeah.
He barely described it more than he did originally, and I was like, oh wait, yeah. 300, right? Yeah.
Oh, you said Nigerian.
Oh.
Okay.
Ew.
Eh,
They were
wow.
kidnapped from school
Yeah.
by an extremist.
Wait, a bunch of kids, or what'd you say? You said
300 Nigerian girls, teenagers that
Okay.
are going to school, which is technically against extremist Islam. The Western, the actual group that took them is called Against Western Education, I believe, some variation of that. And this extremist Islamist group took them, and of course showed the world videos and stuff saying we did this and stuff like that. And it's a huge, it's lots of attention because Nigeria, for the longest time, wasn't accepting aid to deal with them. And after the girls were kidnapped, like it was hidden until two people on from Nigeria posted on Twitter and hashtag Bring Our Girls Back.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And it blew up. Michelle Obama was holding a poster and stuff like that saying Bring Our Girls Back, which of course is not a huge impact, but it was cool that it got the word out. Just two people on Twitter got the word out about this situation happening
awesome.
because the government wasn't accepting help, wasn't talking about it.
Right.
And Ann Coulter, she's a big, I don't know, editorial news kind of lady, and she was making fun of everyone holding posters to spread the word out. And even Rush Limbaugh was like, "Oh, can you believe this? This is pathetic what they're doing." And it's like they're spreading the word, even if it's not resources. They're still doing good things. And it was just funny to see a lot of conservatives attacking that.
Yeah.
But basically, what I thought was crazy about this, Al Qaeda made a statement saying, we don't condone this kind of action.
Right.
Al Qaeda blows up hospitals, throws acid on girls going to school, said, whoa, 300 girls you kidnapped? That's a bit far. You're the bad guy if the main bad guys think you're a worse guy.
Right.
Al Qaeda,
Like-
the most famous terrorist group, right now is like, ooh, can you just turn it down a bit?
Yeah.
Bit much. Bit much.
I'll be right back.
I guess we're testing the gay if thing now.
I dropped. I dropped.
doesn't.
The Facebook's blowing up.
It doesn't feel gay.
I dropped this headphone thing. I don't want the dog eating.
What about head?
Oh, it feels right.
Yeah. I dropped the headphone thing,
But that's all I wanted to say about that. That is it.
and I don't want the dog getting it, bro.
It's starting to tickle.
Oh, it's over
Oh,
here.
you're tickling my
Between your
pickle.
legs. Hold on.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Bro, I found it.
Really? You're just gonna be here with my cord on your head, bro? Stop causing problems.
Are you trying to like kill me?
Apparently.
All right, viewers. I found
George.
it, so we're all good. Don't worry.
Good. All right.
It wasn't gay.
So the homie Isaac actually said, he said, can we add tacos to help the show out?
I'm
tacos.
I'm hungry.
But now you have to. I want you to say it like a northern rich white woman. Tacos.
Can we add tacos?
Oh, are those made with nice
No,
I
tortillas?
just did tortillas.
I love me
I
some
hate you.
tortillas. Oh, tacos. Wait, is that Minnesota? What is that? What am I doing right now?
I don't know. I feel like it's,
I don't
it's
see
nice
no-
tacos.
it's a
It's,
mix of
up
like
there, though.
Minnesota and Hispanic.
Oh.
All right. So here's my video that I picked out, which I thought was pretty fucking dope.
Oh, here we go. This Hemi got to do science this week.
And this is an amazing discovery with magnets. Enjoy.
Is this for, like, young kids?
No. Well, I mean, no, this is actually pretty fucking dope. But yeah, little kids would like this too, I'm sure.
nervous.
You have something to say?
Well, Tasha said,
And ding.
the show will be better once Certified Block Party takes over. Make it happen.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Let's just say the show might be cool alongside Certified
Right,
Block
why are we
Party.
taking things
Why are you
over?
just taking over? You're just gonna come up in this bitch. But real shit though, shout out Certified Block Party. I'm sure we can make a collaboration happen soon with the homie.
I mean, I picture Tasha with a beret, like looking up with a star on it, and there's flags of her business
that's
all over.
exactly
That's what she wants to do.
with a beret.
Yeah. Yeah. Not this country.
I always see Tasha looking up.
No one gets that. She's a short human.
She's tiny,
There we go. All right.
but she's amazing. Shout out Captain Tiggles. All right, let's get it moving.
So she made fun of me.
I'm very fond of magnetic toys, and I have quite a number of them in my collection.
Don't
Only
make
very
any jokes.
occasionally, in fact only
I was
twice, I
going-
think, I've come across magnetic toys which show a completely new principle. And this is the second one I've come across, extraordinary. And it consists of just 4 neodymium discs, which are very strong magnets. And then curiously here we have a ring containing 6 very small neodymium magnets. And now to make the effect, we simply have to join these pieces together. That's quite strong now. And this one here, oh, that's a strong one. To show how strong they are, we'll just bring it together and see what happens. It's going to push it away from quite a distance. Anyway, we want it to be attracting, so I'm going to put it in that mode there when it's going to come towards it, and we'll keep it away.
Yeah,
Now
that's
the
surprised. Oh,
ring here, we're going to get this into repulsion mode to try and get it to push away. Oh, it's attracting. So I'll turn it over, and now it should repel. Yes, it's repelling. Now the clever part is when we put these 2 pieces together as an assembly, we've now got a single magnetic system in which we have one that's going to be attracted to this and a little set of ring of 6 which are being repelled by this outside magnet. What's going to happen? When I bring this towards it, it's being attracted to the middle one, but it's being repelled by the little satellite ones on the outside. What could happen? Oh, it was attracted and it stopped. It's being repelled. There's about a 1/8 or 1/4 inch air gap there now where it can't get any closer, but not further away either.
that would keep cars from wrecking.
Absolutely amazing. If I turn this one, well, nothing much there. If I turn the big one though, the ring, let's see what happens. It turns around with it, still maintaining that air gap of about 1/8 to 1/4 inch
Like the moon.
all the way around.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah.
It refuses to get any closer, and yet it won't go any further away either. It's a kind of equilibrium. It's stuck there, like an invisible arm joining the 2 together. It's called an inverter by the inventor, and it reminds him, I suppose, of the tractor beam in Star Trek. Invisible, but anyway, to me, it's magic. It's a physics I don't understand, but it's wonderful.
All right, well,
Pretty dope, right?
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, there's several applications for something like that.
And yeah, I was wondering, is that kind of how the solar system kind of works? Because
Yeah,
we obviously have magnetic
It stays a certain distance.
poles,
yeah.
and we stay a certain distance from the sun and everything, and it all seems to be perfectly aligned. I was actually talking with Nino on the phone maybe a couple nights ago, and he mentioned, like, he was like, it's crazy that we're at a perfect distance to have that happen. Like, it's insane. He was like, if we were a little closer, a little bit further away, it wouldn't work as well. And
Right.
maybe it's this kind of a law that allows that. You know what I mean? Maybe we can't go further away. Maybe we can't go closer based on a specific kind of magnetism that just is, and that is fucking insane thinking about it that way. But I agree, and you mentioned it earlier. That would be a way to stop, cars from like hitting each other and shit like that. Like, you could change the whole transportation system with just simply magnets.
Well, what they were going to do, it's almost like a magnetic shield, is when the cars got really close together, they were going to do electromagnets and just put out a big pulse that's opposite, because the cars would know they're coming close to each other, and it would just stop the situation. There's still shock and stuff, so they have to figure that out, because the impact is still happening. Even if there's two forces that fight each other, the impact has already occurred at that point.
Yeah,
but they're trying to figure out how to soften it.
Well, that's the thing. If they're strong magnets and could do it from a ways away, then
they can gradually increase the power.
Yeah, then it'd be like, okay, boom, and pretty much come to a slowing speed. I mean, that's amazing. And honestly, and I think later on, we're not gonna have cars like that. I think things might be completely changed. Whole societies would be designed with transportation in mind, and it wouldn't be as.
And also we'll have cars that drive themselves and won't crash because they just won't.
Yeah,
Computers
which
will run it.
was actually posted, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, on the Odd Planet Facebook page, facebook.com/oddplanet. Now check it out. Definitely really fucking dope. And I believe, who was it that was doing that?
Volvo
was the...
is building cars that do that. Google already has
really dope
cars that do that now currently in the U.S.
Yeah.
That drive themselves, and there's been like one accident, and that was someone hitting it.
Yeah.
So as long as you take humans out of it, it should work pretty well.
So, Tasha said berets on deck.
All right.
Isaac said, I used to play with magnets like that, but with the giant red one. This is how magnetic hover trains work, sorta. And then he said, try
those
that
monorails.
He said, try that same experiment, but with a vacuum. And I don't even know what that would do. I have no clue. But
that's technically what space is.
I was about to say that. Yeah, maybe that is exactly what space is.
All right, is that the show?
I want to say it's a show.
Does that seem like the show to you dudes?
I think that's the show.
think we just
What do
did
you
a
guys
show.
think? Is that the show?
I don't see any tacos. It must be.
Oh man,
We're out of tacos.
Maybe we should have tacos next time.
I wish we eat some.
Tacos.
Taco flavor.
All right, guys. It's on you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what we're supposed to be doing.
Bye.
Let me try to look a little cooler, maybe to even that out.
Me?
Yeah, it's weird. Appreciate everybody checking us out tonight. Shout out.
Shout out.
You wanted to look cool,
Oh,
bro.
dude,
Hey.
don't mess up the double hat.
Shout out Tasha. Shout out Certified Block Party. Shout out Isaac. Shout out Joe. Shout out Kyle Conweezy. Shout out Nino, definitely, for stimulating the Walmart conversation and having some opposing viewpoints, which is awesome. We love opposing viewpoints. And some of them weren't even necessarily opposing. It's just I think what he was getting into was, hey, there's another problem, potentially a bigger
It furthers
problem.
the conversation.
Yeah, to pay attention to, which is awesome. So shout out Nino, shout out everybody that watched. Shout out Bree. Shout out who else watched? Shout out James. Shout out James. Shout out everyone that watched. Y'all are all dope as shit, and we really appreciate the support. Feel free to keep watching, sharing, letting people know that we exist. And we will also have this episode posted on our YouTube page probably by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So check it out. Feel
Tomorrow
free to
evening.
share that and let people know. Yes, tomorrow evening. Feel free to share that and let people know about us. And we really appreciate the support. Y'all are the homies. Appreciate it. Y'all hit me, ATLN Workshop. You know what it is.
Man, that was a long one.
Yep.
Yeah, what he said.
Pretty much.
No, what I wanted to say is what we're trying to do here, we're trying to keep the conversation going. We're trying to be that spark that maybe helps the next idea that's going to further humanity. And even though you're by yourself, you're an individual, you'd be amazed what you're capable of. And be part of our conversation. Talk to us. That's what we're trying to do. Just talk. That's it. Y'all have a great evening or morning whenever you're watching
Whenever you're watching this, hope your day went good. Is going good.
And let's do the group.
Ustream, YouTube, whatever.
Bye.
See you fucking later.
See you fucking later.
Bow. Yeah. Phone fart.
Yep.